Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call
Ghost.
What's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 275 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, it's Baller Friday, baby. And I'd like for everybody to please to spread it around like wildfire that we are live 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And, of course, if you're not live, you're listening to us in the archive at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Like I said, folks, we got all kinds of methods there. There's all kinds of buttons right next to the player right in front of you. All right, Facebook like buttons, retweet this button, social media buttons. Use and abuse those buttons, baby, all right? It's just a freaking click, for Christ's sake. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me to this free format Baller Friday edition. Once again, folks, this is the time of the week where we take your calls. We're talking about anything you want to talk about. So go ahead and keep that in mind when you want to discuss something, or if you have some subject matter that you want to discuss, give us a call right now at 516-453-9903 is the number to call. And if it happens to be busy, folks, my apologies. We got all kinds of people on the line. They call, Jesus Christ, sometimes a half hour before the damn show starts. So once again, folks, just be patient. We're going to try to take as many calls as we possibly can on this Baller Friday free format edition. And moreover, folks, it's Memorial Day weekend, folks, and before we start taking any calls, I want to let everybody know, please be safe out there on the roads, folks. There's an estimated almost 40 million families that are going to be out there on the roads traveling on the highways this Memorial Day weekend, folks. And let me tell you, the most riskiest parts of your lives is when you go on that highway or when you're driving on that road, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you right now, people, piss and moan about, this taking this many lives and alcohol taking this many lives and tobacco and heart disease. Why don't you take a look at how many people die in car accidents, folks? It's pathetic, all right? It's pathetic. So once again, be vigilant, be safe out there this Memorial weekend, enjoy, and keep in mind, folks, that the battle has just begun. All right, I mean, once again, even though Donald Trump has been nominated, or he has the assumed nominee, I guess we continue to say until the damn convention, but let me tell you, the primary vote has millions upon millions of votes. It's overwhelming. It's landslides. There's no way that the GOP can pull off some totalitarian tactics in an attempt to try to thwart Donald Trump from getting the GOP nominee. I think that pretty much everybody but Paul Ryan has succumbed to the fact that Donald Trump is the GOP presidential nominee, for Christ's sake. But once again, folks, I want to implore everybody to continue Operation Barrel Roll. Let me tell you, folks, we have a lot of people that are conducting themselves incognito, double agent style, as members of the Bernie Army that are either part of the Trump train or members of the capitalist army. And once again, this is a call to digital arms, to all the folks that are out there that want to help dismantle the Democratic Party, that want to use the digital means of technology and communications to help dismantle the Democratic liberal establishment. And I'm talking about going incognito, double agent style, getting social media accounts, whatever it takes, as members of the, quote, Bernie Army. And once again, once you have those sites or those social media accounts, start decimating, start putting out propaganda against the Democratic establishment, against Hillary Rodham Clinton, against Joe Biden, so that these goddamn Democrats can eat each other alive this political season. And I can't wait, baby. Let me tell you, when it comes down to voting for the president, our work, and I'm talking about Operation Barrel Roll and a bunch of other things that we may have to do as it gets closer and closer to election time. But let me tell you something, the culmination of all our work. And let me tell you, this is not just Operation Barrel Roll. If you take a look at all the things that we have done thus far, doxing the delegates, getting the information on certain key individuals within the GOP party, certain presidential candidates, wink, wink. We've done a lot together, folks, here as the Capitalist Army. We have made our mark. We have put spotlights on those that are on the supposed Black Lives Matter side of the persuasion that have advocated violence and riots. We've put spotlights on them and basically excuse my French, basically outed them for the hypocritical pieces of trash that they are. We've done a lot of damage out here as the Capitalist Army, folks. It's not a joke. And if you don't believe me, go back in the archive, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. It's all documented, boy. And once again, if you're not following me on Twitter, then I don't know what the hell you're doing. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. Folks, we conduct all kinds of things on the Twitter. And look, maybe you don't understand Twitter because you're too pussified by the damn Facebook and it makes it so easy for you. I mean, I read somewhere that a third of the damn internet is on Facebook, for Christ's sake. I mean, good God. I mean, enough of Facebook already. Look, I'm no big fan of Twitter either, but, I mean, the thing I like about Twitter is that there's only 140 characters, and I know that they're talking about extending those things, but with all due respect, I kind of agree with what they're attempting to extend. They want links not to be counted as characters, and I believe also they're not going to count, and this is of course debatable, they haven't implemented this yet, they're also going to not account for people that you're tweeting at against your characters, so that should be interesting. But once again, folks, the reason I like Twitter is because it's 140 characters. We don't have to hear a whole story about your goddamn life like you do on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And moreover, people are more real on Twitter. I like that. I like that people are more real. Unlike on Facebook, they can go out and say, oh, look at me, it was my prom day, and I look so beautiful, when they actually, squeeze their fat jelly ass into like a sausage, into some sort of freaking dress, for Christ's sake, puts it out there thinking that she's goddamn Beyonce Knowles. And, once people start criticizing that, all of a sudden you got the Facebook cyber police out here banning your Facebook, from what I understand. I like Twitter, all right? Now, look, of course, they've canceled a few of my accounts, but once again, I don't blame them. I mean, I was conducting, some nefarious activity. That's an unfortunate byproduct of the internet, folks, when people are, trying to come at you. There's a lot of lunatics out here, and they all want some attention. You know what I'm saying? And look, I don't want to get into that. I mean, that's in the past. As a matter of fact, this is the future now, and the future is Capitalist Army, Donald Trump, and right now, Operation Barrel Roll. Do you understand what I'm saying? Operation Barrel Roll. Go incognito. go double agent style and start making social media accounts under the moniker the Bernie Army. And then once you do that, start bashing the Democratic establishment. Start bashing Hillary Rotten Clinton. Start bashing Joe Biden, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you this right now. The consequence of our work will culminate into one of two scenarios. Either these dumb Democrats will hate each other so much that their votes will cancel each other out in the election, or they'll just be so disillusioned that all the Democratic establishment voters will be so disillusioned and jaded that they won't even show up at the damn polls, baby. Woo! That's political games, baby. This is troll warfare, baby. Don't you ever forget it, baby. We're playing games here. We're playing political games. All right, don't you ever forget it. This is troll warfare, baby. You understand that? Operation Barrel Roll. Anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to some callers here, because this is a Baller Friday edition of the True Capitalist Radio Show, free format. Once again, when I call on you here on this version of the show, please keep your damn prank calls to the freaking radio graffiti time. And believe me, I'll give you some extra time for radio graffiti, but don't be a damn jag-off and start playing remixes or, doing some ridiculous, garbage or something of that nature, all right? All right, we're taking your calls, and once again, we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, so let everybody know, all right? All right, now before I take a call, I've got some Johnny Walker Blue Label. Oh, yeah. I got some Johnny Walker right here for this Baller Friday. And for you folks that are just tuning in that are wondering what the hell Baller Friday is, it is a holiday that those of us in the Capitalist Army celebrate every single Friday to bask in our success as capitalists throughout the week. Do you understand that? Because being a capitalist is hard work. It means that you are trying to sustain a certain level of success that you have come to acquire. Moreover, you're trying to attain a certain level of growth. You're trying to attain more capital. I mean, these things are rather difficult. This is not something that everybody can do, all right? That's why a lot of people would rather sell their labor as it relates to wages or sell their labor as it relates to a salary, as opposed to waking up every day and figuring out how to make another damn dollar. All right, I mean, I'm serious. I mean, I'm not saying anything against people that work for salary or wages. Believe me, cheers to you guys. But that's what capitalism helps you understand. It helps you understand what kind of a person you are. Do you just want a simple life to be able to get up in the morning, go to work, come home, you either have a family or you have your own household way of life, and you want to continue to sustain that for a long period of time, and you're very happy with that. You don't want any kind of growth, because let's be honest, folks, mo money, mo problems, baby, all right? Always remember that. The more money you have, the more problems you're going to somehow, they're just going to come to you, baby. I just don't get it, all right? Believe me, I suffer from problems all the damn time. Why do you think Donald Trump is so confident? All right, remember, this is a 69-year-old man, folks. This guy, I know he looks like he's in his 50s, all right, but let me tell you, this is a true capitalist out here. That's why he's so confident. He's seen every problem. He's been through everything. I mean, you heard him. He's been audited by the damn IRS for 15 years, all right? I mean, that just brushes his shoulders off. People get an audit from the IRS, they damn near have a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is a man that's out here, he's been on the brink of bankruptcy, for Christ's sake, and bounced back. You understand? I mean, this guy survived the real estate crash of the 80s, all right? I mean, I'm telling you, this is what capitalism does. When you want to carve out your own destiny, all right? And I'm not talking about, those of you that are maintaining a wage or a salary. I'm talking about those that are saying, hey, look, I want to make my own destiny. I want to make my own money. All right, I'm going to do whatever it takes to acquire the type of lifestyle that I want, and I'm going to use my skills, I'm going to use my ability, I'm going to use my creativity to attain that. This is a very difficult task, and that's why when you see a lot of hardcore capitalists that have made a lot of wealth in their life, they're usually a little older, and moreover, they don't look like, these bedwetting liberals when they're about the same age, because these liberals don't work. They don't do anything. They don't solve problems. They piss. They moan. They complain. They pass the burden off on somebody else. That's the whole point of being a goddamn liberal leftist piece of trash. And that's why I'm saying, folks, Baller Friday signifies one's basking in their success. And let me tell you, being successful as a capitalist doesn't mean you have to be rich. And I hate to read the dictionary definitions to capitalist. It always used the words wealthy and rich. You don't have to be wealthy and rich to be a capitalist. You just have to be the one that wants to take whatever means of income that you attain, whether it's wage earnings, whether it's salary, or whether you're attaining your income on your own. Whatever it is, folks, all right, you are a capitalist. All right, it's just bottom line. You're a capitalist. If you're paying for your own food in today's America, where more than half of the people are collecting food stamps or a goddamn food card, then, folks, you are a capitalist. I'm serious, folks. I know that sounds silly. But, folks, I've been out here in Austin, Texas at freaking H-E-B's out here, which is our grocer, by the way. And you can't imagine how many Lone Star cards, because that's the damn card that we use out here in Texas to direct deposit these people's food stamp accounts or, food stamp money. I mean, everybody, and not to mention the majority of the people that are using food cards and Lone Star cards are fat in the ass. I've never heard of such a thing. It makes me sick to my stomach. It's no wonder, the third world looks at America and think we're a bunch of fat, disgusting pieces of trash. I cannot believe, and I'm sorry for digressing. I'm going to take some calls here in just a second, folks, but, you got me going on Baller Friday, and then it just snowballs into this. Look, I cannot believe that we live in a country where you've actually got leftists and liberals still advocating for the so-called PO in America, when more than half of the country is collecting entitlements of a food card, food stamp nature. They're not even paying for their own goddamn food, and they're getting fat in the ass. All right, now, of course, the leftists, they like to, use this word spin game. They'll make the debate that, oh, well, Ghost, come on. They don't always get the best food, okay? They get the bad food, That's not the bad food. Why don't you go tell that to the people in Liberia, you soulless scumbag, about bad food? I would love to see that. I swear to God. I would almost fund this if some liberal had the balls to do this. And I would actually respect this liberal if they did it. I would love to send a liberal Liberia where everybody's startled. Or better yet, why don't you go to Venezuela? That's even better. That's even a better scenario for this case that I'm putting forth out here. Why don't you take a whole bunch of whatever you think bad food is, all right? Whatever processed meat, burger, fast food, fried, trans fat, whatever the hell you think it is, just get a whole bunch of that. Go to Venezuela, okay? Show that to them and say, wait a minute, this is bad food, okay? This is bad food. You can't eat it, all right? If you eat it, it's going to make you fat and unhealthy. So, no, this is bad food. You can't eat it. Are you kidding me? They'd eat the food and then eat your body, for Christ's sake. Are you kidding me? I'm just sick and tired of this so-called class warfare that this goddamn government has socially engineered us all into believing. You understand this, right? Us as capitalists, and I'm talking about folks that work, I'm talking about folks that pay taxes, I'm talking about folks that are capitalists. We are the ones that not only own this government, all right, but we own the people that our tax dollars are feeding, our clothing, our housing. We have a financial vested interest, and I'm telling you, a moral, ethical, and legal obligation to be able, and not just obligation, the right, not the obligation, the right to be able to tell these people what they should be doing or should be not doing. It shouldn't be up to some bureaucrat to sit here and use our money, all right? I mean, just think about this for a second, okay, folks? And let me tell you, I mean, tax time just passed, and I paid a lot of taxes, and it makes me sick, all right? But they take taxes from my earnings and your earnings and everybody else's earnings out here. Some bureaucrat takes that money and then makes a decision on where and who that money goes to, all right? And you see the consequence of that particular formula? Have you seen it? Just look around you, for Christ's sake. Just look around you. That's why I'm saying it's time for us capitalists to start raising up, folks. And that's why I am glad that Donald Trump is the nominee for the GOP and he will be president. Mark my word, all right? I mean, did you hear his energy speech yesterday? For you folks that didn't hear it, I believe he was in North Dakota. Or in Montana, I believe. It was in North Dakota that gave the victory speech where he clinched the 1237, and I believe he went to Montana to give the speech on energy. This man is not only talking about energy independence. I'm talking about America, 100% energy independent. He's talking about tapping into the natural resources of America to where we all of a sudden become players in the energy market, instead of us always being dependent on other foreign goddamn countries for energy. All right? I mean, this guy's thinking ahead. Moreover, folks, there are estimates that the natural resources related to energy in American soil and on American land can equate to upwards of $50 trillion. $50 trillion worth of energy right within our soil, American soil. Do you understand what that means, folks, right? If Donald Trump is president, this man is going to get rid of the EPA and all these ridiculous regulations that were put there to cripple the energy companies to begin with, because as we've known, Barack Obama wanted to end coal, which he's pretty much done, for Christ's sake. And, of course, Donald Trump suggests we need to go back to clean coal burning. What the hell are we doing? That's why we've seen an increase in our energy bills, folks. All right? I mean, we don't have any more coal out here. We don't have any more of these, other resources that are abundant within our soil. And let me tell you something. Donald Trump is suggested that if we tap into these $50 trillion worth of it, and look, that's $50 trillion over the long term. That's if, after about 20 years of extraction, $50 trillion in revenues. Just imagine how much that could pay off the national debt. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. He's a capitalist, man. I mean, he's going to make America great again, baby. Do you understand it? Woo! And moreover, folks, he said the first thing he's going to do is make sure that Keystone Pipeline is built from Canada into America, coming down here to Texas, baby, so that we can always transport oil, natural resources from here to our pimple on the ass of America, Canada. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, baby. And we're going to be energy independent. That means every damn piece of energy that we are going to consume, even the gasoline in our cars, at some point during a Trump administration is going to be made in America. So once again, folks, I am excited about a Trump presidency, man. This is capitalism taking control of this government and showing all you dumb socialists and leftists and liberals and all you goddamn government bureaucratic dependents that capitalism is the only way in this modern day world. It's the only way. And let me tell you something right now. I think Trump is going to amaze everybody. And I don't think what he's talking about is brain science. I know that these damn pundits out here, these talking heads in the mainstream media like to suggest that. But, folks, this man is a capitalist. This man right now does not have to make money for the government. As a matter of fact, the government makes money, period, on its own because it collects goddamn taxes. So, I mean, right away, you eliminate that factor in the capitalist mind. All Trump has to do is basically recreate systems and budgeted accordingly and paid down debts. This man he's an expert at doing that crap. I mean, this is a no-brainer. I don't understand why everybody is like, oh, my God, Trump, I don't know, he's a racist. He's a racist because he wants to have a country or we don't have a country. I mean, once again, we talked about yesterday Hillary Rotten Clinton getting so desperate because her political life is on the line out there in California. She has suggested in her immigration policy that the first 100 days in her administration, she is going to have amnesty for all. Oh, man, just imagine the amount of losers that are going to be coming from all over the world, terrorists and all, during that 100 days if a Hillary Rotten Clinton was elected president, during that 100 days of amnesty. I mean, good God. I don't even want to fathom. I don't even want to think about it. And moreover, she's just going to put a ban on deportation. So, I mean, there you go. That's what you're electing over there if you go that route, all right? Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and take some calls here. 516-453-9903. Let me take a swig, though. I had some Johnny Walker sitting here before I went on this soliloquy. I want to say cheers to the capitalist army. I want to say cheers to the capitalist, to the worker, to the taxpayer throughout the world. Happy Baller Friday to you all, and may you all continue your success. And, folks, even when you don't have success, always remember, in the words of Dan Pena, tough times don't last, tough people do. And unless you're some pussified, tighty-whitey wearing legging pants so you can see your anal camel toe fruit bowl, you can conjure up some testicular fortitude or, in the ladies' case, intestinal fortitude to continue to stick out through any and every goddamn bad time. Cheers, baby. Cheers to you all. Oh, man. Woo! I'm telling you, that is so beautiful. I love Johnny Walker. It's great. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to some callers here, shall we? Do we have any callers, engineer? All right, folks. Well, let's go ahead and get to the phone lines. I know that we have a friend of the program who this program is inspired to do a blog that has been pretty expose-ish, to say the least. So we're going to go ahead and get to him because he's been wanting to talk to us here for the past few days. And unfortunately, we've been, up and down with the 2-hour show. So let's go ahead and bring him in. Trump and Capitalists, are you there, sir?
Yes, I am, Ghost. How are you doing?
Hey, how you doing today, man? How you been? What has the blog been coming along? And let us know what you've been up to.
Okay, so let me get right into the thick of things. I just want to start with I want to go with two things today. The first thing is my newest blog post, Key Things in the State Department's report, and it contains 70 things from that report on Hillary Clinton's email server, and we're going to go over every one. First and foremost, Clinton's history of personal email usage goes back to 2008 and her time in the Senate, so this is not the first time she's used a personal server for any sort of government business. This goes back to 2008 and her tenure in the Senate. Number two, the BlackBerry. She was actually informed that she should use a secure smartphone for government business, but for some reason she did not want it, and that never happened, so she used her BlackBerry wherever, and the State Department official came out and said, oh, Hillary Clinton used it. Hillary Clinton used her phone all the time. She used her BlackBerry all the time to conduct business, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what he said. Now,
I know. I've heard that aspect of the report. I was not aware that she actually used a private email server even during her tenure as senator. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I know. I did not even know that. Now, number three, the frequent use of the email server. Apparently, she had about 55,000 hard copy pages, which were produced to the State Department back in December 2014. Number four, she failed to notify the National Archives and Records Association for loss of records. Number five, she was irresponsibly handling emails. Yeah, no big surprise. And then number 6, there was actually a hacking attempt that occurred twice on the same day back in 2011, which an attempt to steal classified info from her server and expose possible military locations was carried out, and it was never reported. And number 7, there's actually been some conspiracy from this report that says practices may have been this practice of her using a unsecured email server and a homebrew email server was known. And there's one thing here that says, in late January 2009, in response to Secretary Clinton's desire to take her BlackBerry device into secure areas, her chief of staff discussed with senior officials in S-ES and with the Undersecretary for Management Alternative Solutions, such as setting up and setting standalone computer connected to the Internet for Secretary Clinton to enable her to check her emails from her desk. The Undersecretary's response was the standalone separate network PC is a great idea, and that is the best solution, according to the department. No such computer was ever set up. So basically this means that they were aware of what was going on, and they never did anything. They didn't give a damn about it, and they never did anything to correct the problem.
Well, and that's what her plausible deniability is at this point in time, is that, I thought it was regular standard, and, they didn't really tell me anything about it, and so on and so forth. I mean, just that whole plausible deniability aspect. And she's sticking with her story. I don't know if you've seen her as of late in these interviews. She's sticking with her same email story that, hey, look, this was standard practice. I thought that everybody did it. I didn't know. So on and so forth, but at the same time, the more and more these reports come out, and I'm actually looking forward to the FBI's investigative report if it comes out, or if they indict Hillary in general, because I think it's going to show a lot of more unscrupulous and mischievous activity as it relates to her and this email situation. Now, once again, it is admitted that she attempted to use this email. One of the prime directives of it was to avoid the Freedom of Information Act or any Freedom of Information Act request by any journalist or anybody who's investigating the State Department. So that was one motive. But if you want my personal opinion, once again, and you just described a couple of instances in which, she conducted herself in questionable activity, even though she knew and was advised that this practice would have made these emails and her computer activity very unsecure. So I've always alluded to the fact that maybe, in my opinion, she knew what she was doing, put classified documents in these unsecured servers, and basically allowed, people that maybe, remember, there's a lot of unscrupulous governments that have donated to the Clinton Foundation. You've covered it. And moreover, you've got unscrupulous characters donating to her campaign, unscrupulous. These are governments. She's doing a fundraiser in China, for heaven's sake. All right? So once again, this is, in my opinion, her way of selling secrets so that she can get these ridiculous amounts of money for also speaking engagements. I forgot about that. So all this racket, this avenue of just collecting money for nothing, I don't think it was for nothing. You don't just get paid, dramatic amounts of money for, speeches and these ridiculous amounts of millions of dollars to the Clinton Foundation for nothing. I believe that there's a more nefarious, treasonistic reason, if you want my personal opinion, on why she had that private email server. But, of course, we have to wait for the FBI to either make a move or make the information public. They have to do one or the other.
If they do it, yeah, but I doubt it because, she's probably paying them too. That's just my opinion.
Well, I don't know. The guy who's in charge, I believe his name is Comey, the head of the FBI right now. He's supposed to be an outsider, not necessarily intimidated by the Clintons, from what I understand. But at the same time, there's a lot of people that are, scared that Hillary Clinton will bring down D.C. If something happens to her quest for power. And really, that's the basis of the reason why the Democrats are a little backhanded as it relates to trying to slip in Joe Biden, through the back seat. And to be honest with you, I believe that's why they're keeping in Bernie Sanders, so that they can make Hillary Clinton look like an obnoxious candidate for the Democrats and make a case to the Democratic elites and the electorate that they need an emergency candidate. Vice President Joe Biden fits it, and I think that's a very high possibility. I would bet on that possibility, to be honest with you. I mean, I would take that bet if that was, in the Vegas odds or in the books or something. I would take the bet.
Yeah. So, you know what, let me speed through this last topic because people in the chat are starting to revolt that I'm taking up too much time. So let me just speed through this. Global Shale Gas Initiative, it's a ploy. It's basically, it was like a combination of countries, and the U.S. is going to expand their fracking practices in major countries such as China, India, Jordan, Morocco, Argentina, South Africa, who have these major oil fields. And guess what? These Democrats, and not just Democrats, Republicans as well, have major investments in oil. So basically, when these companies go into these major oil fields in foreign countries, their prices will, if my economics are correct, the company's revenue goes up, in which the stock prices go up, and which the portfolio price goes up, if I'm correct.
Well, no, actually, and that's partly right. But to be honest with you, the oil companies, which are basically America companies, they would much prefer to come over here to America and just start exploring over here. But of course, we have a president that's anti-energy. No, really, what these Democrats and Republicans are doing when trying to promote foreign oil and foreign energy is to try to cripple production, domestic production. Now, people would ask, why would our politicians want to cripple domestic production of energy, oil, petroleum, coal? Folks, because who's donating to their goddamn campaigns, for Christ's sake, man? Saudi Arabia, Qatar, you name them, man. I mean, just take a look at where the money is. I mean, James O'Keefe from Project Veritas, okay, folks? I mean, he exposes this in one of his many exposés where he went undercover, all right, and actually caught people related to Susan Sarandon, if I'm not mistaken, basically trying to negotiate money with an undercover agent that James O'Keefe sent in to try to promote a film that this supposed Arab rich oil tycoon wanted to produce in Hollywood to basically talk against fracking, against the domestication of oil, the domestication of trying to look for it in America. And the reason that they were entertaining the sheik was because, remember, it's all about money, all right? This sheik was willing, and according to O'Keefe, and this was his agent, this was not a real sheik, he was telling these people related to Susan Sarandon that he was willing to throw down a couple of $1 million if they were to produce this film, and he wanted it a bad slant towards America's domestic oil production. You should see the undercover film for yourself. Project Veritas, James O'Keefe. If you don't know who James O'Keefe is now, you're an absolute fool, because this man is an utter patriot. This man is a young man, all right, basically using CIA tactics to unearth corruption. The government's come after him many times. Please look into his work. This man basically showed how Hollywood and their whole facade of, like, environmental the environmental aspect of being against domestic energy is a fraud, because all the people that are investing money into Hollywood, all the people that are investing money into politicians, they're all foreign oil. And that's why you've got people that are in our government, both in the left and the right, that want to cripple domestic production of oil. That's why yesterday Donald Trump's oil speech was really, really intricate, because he is saying that not only does he want to tap into the natural resources of America, he wants to make America 100% energy independent, meaning we will never have to go and pay a freaking OPEC member, Venezuela, anybody for energy. It's going to be produced right here. And if anything, we're going to sell energy on the world market. I mean, we're going to sell it. So once again, I think that's the prime directive of these people, being pro-foreign oil and why they have vested interest. Remember, there's not a law against these people basically insider trading. All right, I mean, that's why these idiots, when they come out of freaking office, they all filthy rich, for Christ's sake. It's pathetic. Anyway, I want to thank the Trump and Capitalist. You can check him out at the God of Rage. That's his Twitter account, folks. And his blog, I believe, is thegodofrage.wordpress.com. So make sure to check his stuff out. And I encourage everybody to become an investigative journalist, just like this young man. I mean, and all it takes is you getting a blog and going out there and investigating, man. It's as simple as that. All right? Anyway, proud member of the Capitalist Army, and I'm proud of what he's done. Let's continue going, folks. It's Baller Friday. Once again, we're talking about anything you want to talk about. Let's take some calls. 619, you're on the horn.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, Ghost, it's an honor to talk with you. I just wanted to know, back in November when you first came back, you said that you believed that this crash would happen in early 2016. Well, it's the 5th month already, and I wanted to know if you had another estimation. Also, before you respond, I just want to give a quick shout-out to my best friend Cole, Keep on Trucking, and Trump 2016.
Well, it's still at the beginning, to be honest with you, man. And once again, I can't guesstimate it because the people that are running the stock market are, once again, the hedge fund managers, the mutual fund managers, the people that are money managers. I mean, all these idiots that run these retirement funds and these funds for companies that, it's ridiculous. These are just big, huge money conglomerates that are basically passing the liquidity around to each other. And in my personal opinion, you've got these cooking of the books, and the reason that you're not seeing a dramatic crash in the stock market, folks, is because of this phony numbers that our government's putting out. I mean, did you read the numbers today that, our economy actually grew more than we actually projected the last time? I mean, they're just giving us bull crap, all right? And that's what's propping up this damn market, in my personal opinion. All right, I mean, that's where all the money is. I mean, it sure as hell ain't in the American consumer's hands. I mean, let me tell you something, folks. I'm a business owner. I know a lot of business owners, okay? And I've seen a lot of business owners who have been in business for years, all right, through many different presidential cycles, completely go belly up in the Obama administration. And I'm not just talking about the crash of 2008, 2009. I'm talking here as of late. As of recently, folks, the consumer does not have expendable income, folks, all right? I mean, literally, they don't have the expendable income like they used to. I can't reiterate this anymore, for Christ's sake. So the amount of growth that a potential small business at this point can extract from the consumer market is very, very small. So what does that tell me? That tells me there's money somewhere because we printed the hell out of it. I mean, that's why the damn dollar is kind of precarious because there's so much of it out there. There's so many printed dollars outstanding, and that's why the Federal Reserve, they're possibly going to raise interest rates in June. So look to that as well to put a big dent into the equities markets, folks, because I'm telling you this right now. It's going to just happen just like 2008. Once those interest, and of course, the component is the interest rate, folks, because we've had low interest rates for, for 10, 15, I can't even remember. But we have these low interest rates, and Janet Yellen is considering on this bogus economics numbers that are coming out of the government, in my personal opinion. And even Trump knows that. I'm glad that Trump is saying, look, the real unemployment is like 25%. I mean, let's be honest. And he's right. I think it's beyond that, if you want my opinion. The only thing keeping this damn country afloat is the entitlement system. And, of course, that is, kicking the can down the road. But once again, when Janet Yellen potentially raises this interest rate, and look, she's been hesitant on pulling the trigger. She's been talking about raising interest rates here all year. She's talking about potentially doing it this June, and if she does, expect a humongous ripple in the market. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the precursor of the actual crash, but there's going to be one. Believe me, there is no way around it. I don't know what's keeping these goddamn companies afloat as it relates to their high stock prices, but once again, it's all this outstanding money. I mean, where's all this money, all this printed out money that was printed out even after 2008, 2009? Where is it? It's being held in real estate. It's being held in the stock market. It's being held in these large assets, and that's why you have a lot of people talking about an asset bubble possibly coming about, because I'm telling you, folks, I mean, the money is not being circulated amongst the people. Now, let's say the government printed out all this money and the American public was educated enough to understand that where you spent your money is a political statement, not just, hey, look, Walmart has this for 89 cents, even though mom and pop has it for $1.50. I'm going to go spend it over here for 89 cents. You know what, folks? That is the reason why our economy sucks, all right? Because once again, mom and pop shop, or at least local businesses, local business people, when you spend your money at their locations, they will in turn give that money to the employees, which in wages, which they in turn will go spend within your community. The business owners, of course, if they're successful because of the community, they're going to go buy a nice car from a local dealership from that community, who will in turn get a commission, whoever the salesman is. The car sales, local car salesman will get them. I mean, do you understand how this works, folks? That's why our damn economy is retarded right now, because the money is not circulating around to the people. All right, and that's by design. I mean, do you understand? That's what Stimulus Package 2 did to this country. And that's what Donald Trump is trying to rectify at this point in time. So once again, I mean, look, it's still early. I mean, I don't think that it's that late to potentially see something by the summer. All right, I mean, you know, take a look at, and also I did say that you should look into oil. Did you see Brent crude break $50 a barrel, huh? Maybe if you would have listened to me back in March, even before then, you know, and entertained an ETF. And look, the reason I say an ETF is because then you don't necessarily have to be an expert on trading any of these commodities or trying to make oil stock plays or anything of that nature. You just basically play the ETFs, and every time, and you, of course, buy an ETF that coordinates with the rise of oil. Because, folks, you can actually buy ETFs that coordinate a profit with the lowering of oil, with the decrease of oil. So that's the whole concept about ETFs. But I suggested go out, entertain the idea of, utilizing an ETF to basically ride the gains that are going to be happening in oil, gold. I think gold is still a good play right now, for Christ's sake. Other commodities, silver especially, these types of things, so that you can ride that wave. I mean, even in the crash, these guys are going to be putting their money into something. I mean, unless they're going to put it all in cash, which is, I don't know, that's even a possibility. I have no idea, but I doubt it. They're going to put it in some commodity, some safe haven, some traditional method of asset that they know has always been a safety net. And I've just mentioned you those commodities at this point in time. Anyway, thank you for that question, and I appreciate it, man. And look, I'm waiting for that crash because let me tell you, I'm all liquid at this point in time. And when that crash happens, baby, I'm going in and I'm bottom feeding like hell on that crash. I mean, you understand, when I started True Capitalist Radio, the Dow Jones Industrials was like at 8,000 points, all right? And that's why I was suggesting everybody, whoever makes money in the market on small and mid-cap stocks, which I was advising people that, hey, look at this stock, look at that stock. Remember that? I was doing stock picks at that time because it's easy, all right? I mean, that's the whole point. You buy low, you sell high, for Christ's sake. You don't want to be stock picking in this stupid market. It's pathetic, all right? Everything's bloated. Everything's overshot. There's no profit there, and if there is, it's very mediocre. It's very day tradable. That's about it. And, of course, we've talked about day trading, and that's something that Donald Trump needs to rectify as well, folks. And I know we've had this discussion before, but it bears repeating for you folks that are unaware. In America, you cannot take whatever money you have that you've saved, $500, $1,000, and put it in a stock brokerage account and be able to trade like a day trader, meaning like, hey, look, you're going to put all this $500 in this one share, or this one stock, I should say, because you know they're going to have good earnings. You've seen all these people. Let's say it's some consumer stock of some consumer good, and you've been witnessing through your own eyes that, man, there's all these people wearing this consumer good. You see them all out all over the place. You see it on TV. You're like, hey, there's got to be some profit there this coming earnings season. Let me go ahead and sneak in, some shares right before the conference call, right before the earnings. And then when the earnings become better than expected, the damn stock shoots up about $3 or $4 or $5, and then you sell it the same day, and then, man, you've made yourself $200, $300, $400 in one trade, okay? That's what day trading is. Unfortunately, thanks to Mr. Yes We Can and Barack Obama, who punished the independent investor, you cannot day trade more than 5 trades in a business week. 5 trades in a business week unless you have over $25,000 in your brokerage account. And that's a law, folks. That's a law. I mean, I was completely unaware of that. I mean, because folks, I've got that amount. Let's put it that way. And it's very easy to make liquid if you have the ability to be able to use whatever monies you have necessary. I mean, let's say somebody only has $200. All right, $500, $1,000. How come it's against the law for someone to open up a brokerage account with a $500 brokerage account or whatever the minimum, the broker will allow you to open up an account with, and just start trading? I mean, that's where the liquidity is. When I say liquid, folks, I'm talking about the money that you can just grab. You know, you buy a share, you wait for the earnings. The earnings are better than expected because you did your due diligence and you did your homework, and then it just pops up for the next 1-2 hours. You sell it. You make $200 off of holding that share for an hour or 2 hours, whatever the time might be. $200, that's liquid. You just pulled that liquidity right out of the market. Do you get it now? That's what liquidity is. And that's what the stock market is filled with. And I think that if people and the independent investor, if they have the ability once again to be able to utilize whatever means they have, whether it's $500 or $1,000 or whatever the case might be, all right, and they could be able to deposit it in a damn brokerage account and trade it, they'd be able to gather as much liquidity as they possibly can, even in times of need. When people need serious money, the money's there. It's in the market. I mean, it's there to grab. But you know who's grabbing it, folks? Wall Street and the hedge fund managers and these people that are getting filthy rich. Just take a look at how many people that have gotten rich out of nowhere relating to Wall Street. All right, folks? I'm serious. All right? I'm not joking.
That isn't just the sound of the all-new 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC being put through its paces. It's the sound of innovation. The innovation behind one of the most advanced SUVs on the road today. With multiple driving modes, a suite of intelligent drive systems, and a technology-filled cabin that sets new standards in modern luxury. This is what innovation sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like in a 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC.
Some equipment described as optional.
Anyway, folks, let me go ahead and take some Twitter shout-outs, folks, since we're already headed down to that part of the broadcast. And once again, this is a Baller Friday edition of the True Capitalist Radio Show. We're taking your calls, and we're going to take your calls throughout the show. 516-453-9903 is the number to call if you want to chime in and want to discuss something. Right now we're taking shout-outs, and if you want a shout-out, all you have to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. And, of course, the Twitter name is Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. All right, let's go ahead. Do we have any Twitter shout-outs, engineer? All right, we've got some Twitter shout-outs, and let's go ahead and do them right now. All right, folks. We've got, who is it? We got the JJB in the house. What's going on? We've got Spermy the Ghost, really, asshole. Ghost loves Span. Oh, God, no, I don't, for Christ's sake, all right? That food is for peasants, all right? Cruise Dresser, keep whipping it, all right? The Brony Network in the house. Mark Montag in the place. And, of course, once again, if you want a Twitter shout-out, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, and I'll go ahead and give you a Twitter shout-out live right here, right now on the broadcast. We've got I Respect Ghost. Hey, I appreciate it, man. How you doing? We got Billy Bogan in the house. Molested Ghost. Shove it up your ass, all right? Trap Boy Ghost. Jesus Christ. Hey, Trap Boy Ghost. Is that because Gucci Mane came out of prison here recently, huh? The infamous Gucci Mane. Why do you think they put Gucci Mane in prison, man? Huh? I mean, I'm not trying to get off on a rant here, but you know Gucci Mane, this man, and look, I know he's a ghetto rapper, you know, I mean, he's from the hood, but this individual literally sold all his own records out of his own car. He literally is an independent artist. You understand this, right? I mean, this man owns his own music. He produces his own music, and if you want my personal opinion, that's why the industry hated on him and made sure that they threw him in prison, because they don't want these other artists getting uppity and understand that, hey, all you got to do is do your own work, and you can become your own star and make yourself your own millionaire if you have some goddamn talent and people actually want to go see your ass. So anyway, I'm glad they freed Gucci, all right? Anyway, who else going to say? I ain't going to say that, for Christ's sake. Hey, and as a matter of fact, there's a name. I ain't going to say that. How quaint. Texas walks the plank. Turncoat McGhost, shove it up your ass, boy. I'm a capitalist, and everybody throughout the world knows it, boy. We've got Commander Biff in the house. Exara Hawks in the place. We've got Elemento Watt. I don't know what the hell that means. We got Ghosts Burning Up. Oh, that's real funny. We got Sadistic Smash in the house. Good Laughs at Texas. Let me tell you something. Look, enough of the freaking rain jokes, man. I'm serious. We had a horrific storm last night once again, folks. Austin, Texas took a horrific pounding as it relates to the goddamn hail and the wind, for Christ's sake. I even think some of Alex Jones's correspondents got trapped in a goddamn plane during a potential takeoff when they were going to go cover the Trump rally in San Diego. They got trapped in the plane for about 4 or 5 hours trying to ride out that storm. The damn freaking storm almost tipped over the plane. I'm telling you, so enough of the goddamn rain jokes, all right? And Harp, I'm talking to you, Harp, enough. Enough of the rain, Harp. Son of a bitch. Anyway, we've got Free Zorg, Wife Beater Ghostler. Yeah, shove it up your ass, boy, all right? Stupid son of a bitch, all right? We've got Grand Dragon Ghost. Here we go again. I'm a melting pot of friendship, assholes. All right, we got Sergeant Yodoopoulos in the place. We got Razor 360, the York Shore Capitalist in the house. Molested farm turd, really? Oh, Jesus. We got DJ Ghost Star in the house. We've got Carastleton, really, assholes? Give me a freaking break. Mr. Meaner. We got Torzier in the place. Based Loler in the house. Ghost Fan in the place. I'm telling you, man, I'm liking some of these positive names, man, all right? I mean, keep the positivity going on. Maybe we need some more Mr. Positivity in the next coming days or something. I don't know. All right? Barrel roll over and die. Go shove it up your ass, all right? Wild Jehudi in the house. We've got ShamWows for Texas. Yeah, real funny, asshole. Falco in the place. The Amazing 2-Foot Texan. Shove it up your ass. I'm not a midget. I'm not a goddamn midget. Shut up. We've got, I'm not saying that disgusting name, for Christ's sake. Egyptian Flight School. Yeah, real funny. You soulless trolls. I'm telling you. We've got regular TCA in the place. We got Rio Mas Grande. Rio Mas Grande, yeah, real funny. Yeah, Ride the Texas Wave, yeah, real fun. Look, folks, I'm serious, man. I mean, I even think that the Alex Jones associates even caught footage of that damn rain. I'm telling you, I'm tired of the rain. I'm tired of it. You understand that, Harp? You hear me, Harp? I'm tired of it. Anyway, we got Capitalist UK in the house. Vasectomy Golf? What the hell does that mean? Jesus Christ. We got botch specialists in the house. Trump on Granny. Shove it up your ass, all right, boy? Gallons for Galveston. I'm telling you, man, you trolls are sick, man. Jesus Christ. Some idiot named Lick Her Pits. Ah, jeez. I mean, good God. Oh, my God. Good Lord. There's Brony Butt Boy. I mean, Jesus. Angry Man Jew. Hey, the God of Rage, what's going on? AIDS Turtle. Spread it around like AIDS. All right, that's great. All right, that's enough. All right, Wheelchair Wednesday. All right, that's it. That's enough. All right, you idiots are not going to freaking ruin my Baller Friday. You understand that? You people are not going to ruin my Baller Friday, boy. As a matter of fact, give me my drink, for Christ's sake. I'm not going to let these goddamn troll terrorists, these cyber vermin, I'm not going to let them ruin my Baller Friday, but I'm not going to let them do it. I'm not going to let them harsh my mellow, baby. I'm not going to do it. It's Baller Friday, and I'm basking in this week's success. Cheers to the capitalist army, baby. Woo! Anyway, folks, we are now into the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Once again, we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that we are in effect in the house. Once again, folks, bookmark the official website of the show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Anyway, we're going to go back because it's a free format Baller Friday edition of the True Capitalist Radio Show. And we're going to talk about anything you want to talk about, folks. So we're going to take your calls. We're going to talk about anything you want to talk about. So go ahead and give us a call, 516-453-9903. Do we have any callers, engineer? All right, we got a few callers here, and we're talking about anything you want to talk about. So let's go ahead and take some callers right now. All right, we got 337. What's going on?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Ghost. I'm so glad I got to call you. Happy Baller Friday, Ghost.
Hey, happy Baller Friday, man. What do you want to discuss with us today?
Hey.
Yeah, I love you. We're taking like bad now.
What the hell's going on? What the hell? I mean, Jesus Christ, it sounds like somebody got in freaking trouble with their daddy or something. What the hell is that about? Jesus Christ, he just dropped the line. Anyway, ain't nobody got time for that. What do we got? We got 347. What's going on? You're on the horn.
Go.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, could you hold me up for Radio Graffiti, dude?
Well, put your hand down. You pushed one for some reason. Put your hand down, all right? You milky licker. As a matter of fact, we're going to take you off the damn... Get off the switchboard. You should have known better. How about Raiden Snake? What's going on? You're on the horn.
Hey, Ghost. Nice to speak to you again. It's a pleasure to speak to you as always.
Thank you very much, man. What's going on with you?
Oh, put it simple. I just keep reading all about this European referendum again. You got, like, the European Commission getting involved, Scotland getting involved, and all these celebrities writing this huge letter. It's like, it's ridiculous. Enough already.
Well, you know, I don't know if you saw the tweet that I put out today, Raiden Snake, as it related to the Brexit. Once again, fund managers out there in your neck of the woods are literally selling off, bringing your equities markets to like 17-month lows. And I said that this was going to happen as we started winding down towards the Brexit vote. We were going to have some economic warfare being implemented on Britannia, and I thought it was actually going to come from the outside. I actually thought it was going to come from possibly the IMF. I possibly thought it was going to come from the World Bank, but no. It seems, and of course, that one email that was unearthed about Cameron basically conspiring to basically coordinate with private enterprise to not negotiate or renegotiate anything as it related to the EU deal. He knew he wanted to stay in there the whole time. So once again, I think that this is just coordinated tactics by the corporations that basically want Brexit so that they can open up their so-called markets to the European Union so that they don't have to pay, different taxes and doing. I mean, that's really all it comes down to. It's a monopoly. It's a socialistic monopoly. And that's the reason why they want all these damn immigrants coming into Europe. Cheap labor. And not only do they get cheap labor on the corporate end, you've got the bureaucrats that are governing that can implement totalitarianism, man. It's 1984, man. It's 1984.
Yeah, I know. I see where you're coming from. I mean, but also as well, it's like over here, there are some places that's like small businesses that are arguing that the EU's restricting our country. That's what they're saying, bluntly.
Believe me, I think that you should do it. That's why whatever these damn tyrants attempt to do in economics, and I wouldn't be surprised if you saw, and God forbid, let me knock on some wood here, but I wouldn't be surprised if you saw some false flag terrorist attack before Brexit or something of that nature, because you can tell these Eurocrats do not want Brexit to pass, all right? And the reason is the EU needs Britannia so that they can pay for this ridiculous socialistic experiment. You all know this. I hope Britannia understands that it's all about the money. That's why they're threatening you with economic warfare at this point in time, and they're going to continue to do so until the Brexit vote. All right? And don't fall for it, for Christ's sake, all right? I mean, just like they're doing to America, they're trying to claim that Donald Trump, he's going to ruin the economy, he's going to do this. Our economy is already ruined, for Christ's sake, man. All right? I mean, we want to make America great again, and I hope that Britannia has enough clout in their political system and in their electorate that they can go out and vote to get the hell out of the European Union. I really hope so, Raiden Snake. Anyway, thanks for calling. You can stay on the line for Radio Graffiti, man. Let's see. Let's continue going on. Once again, this is a Baller Friday, free format edition. We're talking about anything you want to talk about. So all you got to do is just give me a call, 516-453-9903. We're taking calls here. Let's see what people want to discuss. How about area code 347? You're on the horn.
Hey, Ghost. This is PJ. Can you hear me okay?
How you doing? Yeah, we can hear you, man.
All right. First, I just wanted to give a shout-out to Lee Bracher, the redheaded capitalist that turned me on to the show. I've been listening for a couple weeks on and off, and I know you don't have the best outlook on liberals and progressives and whatnot, but I do have a question that I want your input on. It's more than likely that Hillary's going to be the Democratic nominee, and she's going to have to go against Trump. Now, I don't know how much attention you've been paying to the left side, but a lot of people, both Democrats and independents, are frustrated with her because she doesn't take a good enough liberal stance, both in her policies that she's advocating and in her history. So what I want to ask you is, what would you think, and do you think it's a smart idea if Trump in the general election actually appealed to the people on the left, Democrats and independents, in order to get more of a vote? Because honestly, I would see that as her weakness. Because
I actually think he's already doing it. I think he's already doing it, to be honest with you. I think that you've got a lot of people who are left of center, like very light left of center, that he has turned into Republicans. I mean, I think that that's why the evangelicals and those that are of the extreme right of the establishment right, so to speak, don't like him per se, because he does take, not an aggressive stance on social issues as it relates to conservatism. But at this point in time, I believe that our country is a little bit too damaged to focus our energies on such nonsense. We have to worry about our economic situation. I have always advocated on the show for years that we renegotiate our trade deals, and we finally have a president that's talking about that. I always advocated on this broadcast since 2008 that we should have taken revenues that the Iraq government that we helped put in power, that we spent almost $3 trillion sustaining. They should have taken those oil revenues and paid us back the blood and treasure at the very, or at least the treasure at the very minimum, because they could never, bring back the blood that was sacrificed out there. But of course, that just went by the wayside, and of course, Americans never talked about it. And I'm glad that Donald Trump is talking about these issues. I mean, you talk about, liberal ideas. I think that him talking about the states' rights as it relates to the transgendered bathroom issue. I mean, I believe that there are states that have no problem with that, and there's some states that don't want to have nothing to do with it. And I believe that that's a little bit more on the liberal side, instead of trying to federally mandate morality like most of the conservatives attempt to do. So I think that he's already done so, and I think that if he does appeal to the Westy lefty, is what I like to call him, he's going to have to do it in the sense of economics and low taxes, because at this, in my opinion, I think that the leftists in California are taxed to hell. And I think that, I'm seeing it over here in Austin, Texas. They're moving from California to Austin, and unfortunately they're turning this whole area into a liberal hellhole. But once again, it is economics. There's still an economic basis to their vote, in my personal opinion.
All right, cool. Thanks for the in-depth answer. I'll keep listening, and hail Buffett.
I appreciate it. All right. Anyway, let's continue going. Once again, this is a Baller Friday edition of the True Capitalist Radio Show. We're taking your calls, and we're talking about anything you want to talk about, man. How about area code 301? You're on the horn.
Hey, Ghost.
How's it going?
Is this me?
Yeah, it's you.
Is this me? Oh, okay. This is Mike Nicholson. I've retweeted your broadcast a couple of times. I think your show is great.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. What do you want to discuss?
Yeah. I have a couple things. First off, happy Baller Friday.
Thank you, man. Happy Baller Friday to yourself. Cheers.
Yeah. Secondly, regarding the Trump, on the campaign, I think Trump's going to win it. There's no doubt. I mean, he's got to win it, you know? I mean, if anybody can make America great again, it's him.
He's going to win it hands down. I mean, there is no doubt about it. I mean, even if they got Hillary Rodham running, or a Joe Biden running, or hell, even a Bernie Sanders running, there is no way that they can basically come up with any kind of foundation of policy that can beat America first. Remember, all these damn bureaucrats have an international vested interest. That's why our country has taken the international bureaucratic institutionalist stance that we have, with all these agreements like NAFTA and TPP and TPIP and all this other crap. I mean, that's the whole reason. That's why we're getting into agreements with the United Nations and the Paris Accords and all this crap, man. All right? I mean, these bureaucrats in America, once they've attained the highest level of bureaucracy in America, where do they go? They go to the international bureaucracies, folks, and that's why I'm saying anytime that you see a career politician, it should be your cue to look the other goddamn way. These people are trash. They're soulless. I mean, give me a break. You want to talk about soullessness? Take a look at what damn Maduro and the Venezuelan government are telling the people of Venezuela that are starving to death, that are eating their own dogs and cats. You know what they said today to the people that are starving to death? Hey, learn how to plant, all right? Learn how to plant some food. Go figure it out. Oh, yeah, that's socialism, huh? That's the culmination of socialism right there. I'm telling you, and I'm sick and tired of you Bernie Sanders, Doc Brown, prostate-infected following pieces of trash that are trying to claim that, oh, well, that's not socialism's fault. That's bad leadership. What the hell do you think socialism is, you idiot? I mean, socialism means that you give all the authority, all economic, political, and social authority to the state, and that you give the state the ability to be able to figure out, based on the gross domestic product and everything that's produced in all the country's money, they're the ones that ration it out how they see fit. And you see, folks, this is why Venezuela is about to collapse. These stupid, dumb socialist bureaucrats out there in the Venezuelan government misappropriated the goddamn funds, and that's why these people are starving to death. It's as simple as that, man. You can't make a debate about it, you dumb socialist. You can't do it. All right? You could sit here and try to be like, oh, it's not socialism. Yes, it is, you stupid, dumb douchebags. Anyway, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. I don't mean to go off keister there. But I'm sick of socialism, man. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hipsters. I'm sick of liberals. I'm sick of socialists. I'm sick of commies. I'm sick of these political romantic idiots that do not and will not face reality. And that's what you folks need to start dealing in, all right? That's what us capitalists deal in, is reality. We accept reality. We have an adult relationship with reality, whether it makes us feel good or not. And that's why we get things done. Like I said, that's why Donald Trump is such a confident man. He's been through it all. He's been through adversity. He has to deal with it. That's what capitalists do. They deal with their problems. They don't just make an excuse for it. They don't blame somebody else. Like these damn leftist, liberal, commie, socialist pieces of Bernie Sanders, prostate-infected, worshiping pieces of trash. Us capitalists, we solve our problems, boy. And don't you ever forget it. Area code 309, what's going on? You're on the horn. Hey, area code 309. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Ghost, sorry, man. Completely forgot what my number there was. How you doing on this Baller Friday, man? I want to wish you a happy Baller Friday.
Hey, thank you very much. I'm not doing too bad, man. Other than the trolls trying to antagonize yours truly, I'm doing all right. How are you, man?
I'm not too bad, Ghost. You know what, man? I'm actually sitting here having a glass of whiskey. We've got a distillery down the road from my house, maybe 20 minutes drive, and they produce some good whiskey. I've actually just got a 12-year-old single malt here, man.
Oh man, that sounds great. 12 years old. Anything over 10 is going to be pleasantful, and depending on where it is in Scotland. Go ahead.
Sorry, man. Yeah, it's actually in Ireland, but I actually think they do a 21-year-old malt. It costs quite a lot of money though, and I haven't got the money to shell out on it at the minute. But I might have to recommend that to you and send it to you on Twitter. It's quite delicious. The 12-year-old is delicious anyway. So
I definitely have to check it out, man. I love aged whiskey. It's probably one of my vices. One of my favorite vices is aged whiskey, man. I mean, the longer it's aged, the better it is. The smoother it tastes. The more flavors you can gather. It's really, really brilliant, man. I love aged whiskey, man. So what do you want to discuss today, sir?
I actually wanted to talk about quite a humorous little article I read recently, Ghost, and not so long ago, this is with regards to the EU, but not so long ago we had all these leftist feminists all kicking up a stink because of a legislation which meant they'd have to pay some form of value-added tax on tampons and sanitary towels, etc. And our Chancellor of the Exchequer, George Osborne, actually managed to secure Britain a deal where we were exempt from that tax from the EU because all the member states had to oblige by this. But recently, the EU heads, the EU Commission, all this, that, and the other, decided no, Britain can't be exempt from this. They have to be equal with the other member states, so we're not giving you this tax. But this isn't a widely. What I want to get at is the mainstream media hasn't widely publicised this. So you've got all these lefty loonies and social justice warriors who kicked up such a fuss months ago, don't even realize that they are now not going to, now they're going to have to oblige by this law as a result of trying to keep them in the mindset where the EU is their friend.
Well, no, that's exactly right, man. I mean, and that's what these new international bureaucracies are starting to do to the people. I mean, they're doing it. What Obama did to America is what these Eurocrats are doing to the European countries. They tell them one thing and they do another. That's how the whole EU was started. Remember, the EU was started more as an economic thing. Then it turned into a social thing. Then it turned into a political thing. And then before you know it, it became its own system. And now all of a sudden it's governing the members of the EU. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. And now what you're suggesting is that the EU is going to put taxes on tampons and pads for women's periods. Is that what I'm getting at?
Yes, mate. Yeah, perfectly. So something that women can't control, and it's something that's natural to them, they're now being taxed to have to look after their bodies.
Unbelievable. I mean, you're exactly right. I mean, where is the feminists? Where are the social justice warriors on this? I mean, look, I am completely against that. I mean, that's horrible. I mean, how in the hell can a woman stop themselves from having their menstrual cycle? I mean, and you see, that's what these bureaucrats like. They like to look for vulnerable populations or subsects of populations to tax. I mean, that's all these bureaucrats like to do is tax. And there's no way around taxing every woman because every woman, when that time of the month comes around, is going to have to buy those things. So I wonder where all that revenue is going to go to. Are you privy to that information? Did that article say why they're gathering that tax?
I'll have to link it to you, but I'm assuming it's some bureaucrats decided that he wants a bit of a fatter wallet, to be fair with you. But I will have to link that up to you. But I'm worried that the next thing they're going to try and tax us for is the air that we breathe. I mean, it's getting pretty ridiculous out here, man. It really is terrible. And I do fear for our economic safety in the run-up to this EU referendum. I fear that we're going to have some form of obvious crash, which will be sparked to try and pique the interest of people to vote to remain within the EU.
Absolutely. No, and let me tell you, the EU is an utter failure, and I want to thank you very much for calling. You're damn right they're going to tax us for breathing. They tried to do that in 2009 during that Copenhagen meeting. Remember that? COP, what is it, COP 12? I forgot what the hell it was called. But who cares? I was on this broadcast screaming my head off saying that this was an international attempt at taxing us for breathing. That's the whole concept of carbon tax. I mean, when did we stop teaching children that carbon is an element of the earth that requires life to flourish? I mean, I don't understand where carbon became this goddamn enemy, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, how come you people aren't bitching at the fact that maybe there's a lot of carbon in the air because they chop down the rainforest and chop down trees and plants and these types of things that use carbon? Do you understand this, right? You understand this, right? I mean, it's like, Jesus Christ, you morons. Plants and trees breathe in our carbon dioxide, all right? And they release oxygen. That's why we have oxygen in the air. But no, they want to blame whatever in the hell they're trying to claim is happening on cow farts or whatever the hell. It's stupid, man. It's stupid. They want to tax us for everything. I can't believe the EU is going to tax women on their maxi pads and freaking tampons. I mean, what the hell is going on here? Do you see the root of bureaucracy? Do you see the root of socialism? By God, I'm trying to spark synapses in your brains, for Christ's sake. Don't fall for socialism. Don't fall for this crap. It's just nothing but taxation, man. God damn it. Look at Venezuela, for Christ's sake. Look at Venezuela. By God. Anyway, let's continue going, shall we? We got 714. You're on the horn. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Ghost? This is the Frostflyer. I want to give a shout out to all of our brothers and sisters overseas fighting in the military. Happy Baller Friday and happy Memorial Day. I actually have one thing
Thank you very much there, Z Frostwire. I appreciate it. What was the question, man?
Talk about that absolutely blows is the fact that people still want to vote for Hillary.
Hold on, you're cutting in and out there, Z Frost. You're cutting in and out there. What'd you say?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, then go ahead.
Okay, it blows my mind that anyone would still want to vote for Hillary Rotten Clinton after everything that she's been doing. Like, it just blows my mind. Like, why would anyone want to vote for this rotten piece of crap? Like, especially after leaking government information to other countries on an unsecured network.
I mean, you've got me, Z Frost. I have no idea. To be honest with you, I have no idea why people still back up Barack Obama, even though he's on the Trash America Asian tour right now. All right? I mean, I just can't believe this, but people are this stupid. I'm telling you, they're this stupid. This is why the capitalist army and those of us on the Trump train are conducting ourselves in Operation Barrel Roll, because we are going to show the world how stupid these goddamn Bernie Sanders people are. And moreover, they're so stupid that they are group dynamic minions, all right? They'll go anywhere where the goddamn group dynamic is, for Christ's sake. And let me tell you, we're puppeteering these idiots like morons. And look, if you are conducting yourself in Operation Barrel Roll and you've gotten yourself some social media accounts in relation to the, quote, Bernie Army, haven't you noticed all of a sudden people are starting to follow you out of nowhere? You got all these Bernieites and all this other crap. It's very easy to tap into these idiots, man. And that's why I'm telling you, when you tap into these people, start just shoving it down their throat. Anti-Hillary propaganda, anti-Joe Biden propaganda, anti-Democrat propaganda, for Christ's sake. So we can make sure that these people eat each other, baby. Woo! Anyway, let's keep it going, shall we? Thanks a lot, Z-Frost. Who the hell else do we got? How about 971? What's going on? You're on the horn.
Hey, Ghost.
How you doing?
Hey, happy Baller Friday, man.
Happy Baller Friday. What's going on, man?
Hey, I actually have a topic for you that I actually wanted to talk about during the 420 broadcast. So,
all right, we'll go ahead.
So when it comes to marijuana, right? I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but so marijuana, right? Is it just me, or do you hate when you go like downtown? I actually live around Portland, so I go to Portland State and I just smell all this marijuana, right? And it's not illegal at a lot of places now. So like I feel like it should be legal because it still bothers people with the secondhand smoke, right? So like when I go to dinner stuff with like family and stuff and they smell all this marijuana, like it's really you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're saying it's a little uncouth.
Yeah. It's like my parents will smell marijuana on me and they'll be like, smoking marijuana and stuff like that. It's like, no, I'm going downtown, and when I come back from school, I smell like shit. So,
well, that's an unfortunate byproduct of making marijuana legal. Unfortunately, people are still very juvenile as it relates to consuming this intoxicant, and it's the culture. You take a look at some of the publications that have come out related to this crap. I mean, High Times Magazine, with all due respect to High Times Magazine, I'm glad that they're making a buck or whatever, but, the freaking people that are buying this publication have got to be the lowest form of social life in America or throughout the world, for Christ's sake. They've got centerfolds of buds, for Christ's sake. You understand this, right? Centerfolds of buds. Oh, yeah, dude, look at that. That's Miss July, dude. Oh, dude. Take a look at the crystals on that, dude. Oh, dude, it's sticky, dude. Oh, look, do you see the hairs? Give me a break, man. And that's why I'm saying, this marijuana situation in America, I don't think it's a completely done deal. I do believe that, these people are taking it to a juvenile level, these people think they can just start blazing in the middle of the street, for Christ's sake, and I think you're right a little bit about secondhand smoke. I mean, you got people bitching and moaning about tobacco, you know. I mean, why are you bitching about tobacco if you're not bitching about reefer? You know, I think that if the same rules that apply to tobacco should apply to marijuana, should apply to wacky tobacco, should apply to reefer, and I don't see why it shouldn't. All right, I just don't see why it shouldn't. Anyway, let's take another call here. Thanks for calling up, by the way. Baller Friday, free format edition, folks. We're taking your calls and talking about whatever you want to talk about. Area code 210. What's going on, 210? What do you want to talk about? Hello, 210. Are you there?
Be better. Hello?
Hey, what's going on? You're on the air.
Oh, hey, Ghost. What's going on? So what I wanted to see about bringing up and talking about today is actually why does it seem like in Texas especially that women get preferential treatment when they have children versus those women who are childless? What makes you think that happens? Why do you think that happens, I guess?
I'm really glad you asked that question, and let me go ahead and take the time to try to elaborate on this, all right? I know exactly what you're talking about, and what this young lady is describing is a favoritism, and it's not just in Texas, it's all over the place. It's in Western civilization. The favoritism or some level of ingratiating, I don't even know what to call it, of women who shit out children, breeders, all right? And I think you're absolutely right. I've talked to many different women through the business world, through, different social arenas, parties, soirees, stuff that I attend with my wife when we're conversating with people. We come across a lot of women who are single, and if they're not single, they're with a significant other and they have no children, and hence that's why they become very successful capitalists. They become very high earners. And I'm not trying to say having children is a bad thing by any means, but of course, if you're going to have children, you should be able to feed that child. You should be able to give that child a good life, a hell of a lot better of a life than you had. And if you can't do that, then don't have the baby. I mean, what was that song that Michael Jackson used to sing? Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. I mean, he said in that, if you can't feed the baby, then don't have the baby. I mean, that's what he said. If you can't feed the baby, don't have the baby. But you see, this favoritism that this young lady is talking about is, I'm sure, and let me ask you a question because I'm making assumptions here. When you're around a group of females, okay? Are you there? Hello.
Yes, I'm still here, Ghost.
No, my bad. I just wanted to ask you, okay, when you're around a group of women, right, and the majority of them have children, aren't they always either talking about their kids' birthdays, or if they're pregnant, their goddamn baby shower, what you going to give me for my kid in their baby shower, what you going to give me for my kid in their birthday? Am I correct? Is that what you're talking about, or is there something else that I'm not getting to?
Usually whenever it comes in the workplace, it's especially specific in the workplace, I've noticed with two of my previous jobs, including the one currently, that not only do these women, young women who actually got pregnant at probably 15, 16 years old, have multiple kids from either the same father or different father, they're usually I've noticed there's a lot of leeway that's given to them, and they not only talk about their children, but just talk about the most idiotic, imbecilic things I've ever heard in regards to, their life, all their payments. They're constantly bitching about, excuse my French, about not having any money, but spending, money on things that are not necessities, such as, brand name purses, watches, whatever, I guess the flavor of the day is. But it's just, I just wanted to figure out what exactly is going on with this crap. And also,
well, as it relates to an employer, I believe it's because these employers believe that because they have children, they'll be more loyal to the job, in my personal opinion. And moreover, and look, I don't think of it this way in my personal opinion. I'm an employer here. I'm not going to give anybody the benefit of the doubt because they had a kid. That's a life decision. and you made a life decision to have that child, and I'm going to treat you the same way as somebody who didn't have a child. I'm looking at somebody based on their independent prowess, but I can tell you that a lot of the managers in more corporate jobs, they tend to favor women that have children because they're going to be more loyal. And women, and you see, this is a subject matter that women need to discuss also. There's a discrimination of women that don't have children and that are trying to become capitalists or trying to become high earners, and they're being discouraged by other women. And look, this is not the first time I've heard this scenario that you're describing. And to be honest with you, I think it's not just because of the employer. I mean, just take a look at our society. I mean, the women get the benefit of the doubt in the legal system. I mean, I think in, 70% of the cases, the women get the child. The woman literally has to be a drug addict or something very nefarious of that nature for her not to get it. I mean, she could be a prostitute. She could be a prostitute and still get the children because the law will look at it as she was trying to feed her kids.
Oh, yeah, I've definitely seen that scenario, actually, with a couple of friends of mine in Louisiana. The mother pretty much has been on welfare, child support, pretty much any handout since 2010 when she popped out her first kid. Actually, probably even before that, and she just keeps popping out children just to stay on welfare. But it's kind of funny that you say that their employers tend to see that women with children are more loyal, because a couple of the women that I've worked with previously that had children actually came to me for opportunities to seek employment elsewhere at other employers. It's kind of just ironic.
Look, it's a really warped situation happening, and you can thank third wave feminism and liberalism and all this. And look, you're not the only one that I know that is an independent woman that doesn't have any children that is having this problem. All I can suggest to you is just to keep your head up. We're in a bad time right now. We've got a bad economy. The social construct of our goddamn country is out of whack. And all I can do is just encourage you. Do you have a significant other?
30%. Yes, I do, actually. We've been together for about 4 years.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, just keep your heads up high and make sure that you and your significant other build whatever life it is that you want together. And remember, whatever hard times that may be happening right now for you and your significant other as a young couple, it is not you. It is not, I can't make this money or I can't make that. It is purely this economic situation and the social construct. I mean, much of the scenarios that you're discussing, it's meant to discourage you. I mean, and these are fellow women. These are supposed to be women that are supposed to be on your side, and yet because you're not one of them with the children and the mental mindset, all of a sudden you become an outsider and somebody that they make faces at and possibly talk behind your back around. I mean, it's unfortunate. But just keep your head up, man. Keep being a capitalist. Keep doing whatever it takes to, keep your head above water. And as long as you pay for your own food, pay your own rent, and pay for your own life, then who gives a crap about whatever anybody says? And you are a capitalist, and you are above anybody who collects entitlements, any breeder that has a goddamn kid just to have it as an accessory or as a means of income via child support or entitlements. You are doing the impossible as it relates to the rest of these millennial generations. So keep your head up, man, all right?
Thank you so much, Gus. You have no idea how much that means to me. Like, I was getting kind of down earlier, but your show definitely inspires me a lot. But definitely thanks for all the advice, and keep it going, man.
Hey, I appreciate it, and keep listening. And like I said, keep your head up, man, all right? You're not the only young person that has emailed me or corresponded with me that's having these types of situations. It's very hard to be a capitalist right now because we have an anti-capitalist government. We have an anti-capitalist system. We've got bureaucrats that are making it harder for us that actually want to go out and be economically productive to do so. All right? And that's why you have so many people on the damn entitlement system, because that's what the government wants. The government wants you on the entitlement system. They want you dependent on them because that gives them the power over your life. And you should have the power over your life, no matter how much money you're making, even if it's as little as barely scraping by or you're very comfortable. If you're making your own money and you're not depending on anybody, you are the true essence of freedom. And you have to understand, regardless of how much life gives you, no matter how much life tragedy comes into your life, no matter how much turbulence comes into your life, you have to be able to withstand it as a capitalist, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to sustain success, is to be able to withstand adversity and be able to take it and move on. Because, folks, nobody's perfect, all right? There is no perfect capitalist, all right? There is no perfect person that makes a business and they're forever rich. There is no perfect person. We're all going to fail. But you see, what separates the capitalist from those that fail and quit and turn into goddamn degenerate entitlement recipients is that us capitalists have pride and integrity into ourselves, and we believe that we have enough ability, creativity, and prowess to be able to carve our own lives, our own destinies, our own freedom. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be some wealth. It doesn't mean that you have to have the biggest car. It doesn't mean you have to have the biggest house. All it means is that you are able to sustain whatever life that makes you content, that makes you happy, that makes you wake up every day and enjoy waking up every day. And if you're able to sustain that for a long period of time, by God, you're a capitalist. And if that's just a menial living in a nice apartment, having a nice car, having a significant other and being able to go out whenever you want to, however, going on trips, whatever it is, as long as you're able to sustain that lifestyle and as long as you're able to have the continuity of creating revenues and streams of revenues, you can be able to continue to do so.
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
So, man, I'm telling you, I hope that young lady that's listening in, man, keep your head up. Believe me, I know you're not the only young person that's out there feeling the pinch, all right? I mean, they want you to be dependent on the government. Why do you think they sold you kids in the public education system that you had to go to college? You had to go to college, baby. You got to go to college. And then they anesthetize it in your head that you got to go to college. Then you put yourself in freaking $60,000, $70,000 worth of debt before you even get a goddamn job. And what do? They put you into serfdom. And what the unfortunate byproduct of that is that the people that are being in debt, the Bernie Sanders college debt idiots, they didn't even learn anything for that $60,000 to $70,000. They didn't even learn anything. They have not one skill that was able to give them enough income to sustain themselves. So why in the hell did they even get themselves into debt to begin with? Why didn't they just go and get a damn job in whatever industry that they thought maybe would entertain their arousals, huh? And even if it's the low-level job, who cares? All right? I mean, even if you get a minimum wage job, and I'm telling you this right now, folks, if you work minimum wage for more than a year, then there's something wrong with you. There's not something wrong with the job. There's something wrong with you. You must be a complete and utter irresponsible scumbag, because let me tell you, no matter what minimum wage job that you get, I mean, if you're there for at least 4 to 6 months, they give you a damn dollar or 75-cent raise, and they continue to give you raises as you continue to maintain loyalty to the damn company. Do you understand this, right? I mean, this whole idea of, we need a raise in minimum wage, it's a garbage issue. They're just perpetuating the automation revolution that's going to eliminate the damn job to begin with. Jesus Christ. Anyway, all you young people out there that are trying to bust your ass And let me tell you, you are in a precarious economic environment. I mean, our government is not a capitalist government. And that's why Donald Trump's nomination and his election as president is so important. Because let me tell you, when this man is elected president, there's going to be a lot more economic opportunity for you young folks, all right? Whether you want to earn a wage, whether you want to earn a salary, or whether you want to become an independent capitalist. I mean, there's going to be a lot more economic opportunity than there is out here. The only economic opportunity that you have out here in America nowadays is becoming a goddamn bureaucrat. And I'll be damned. I'll be good goddamn if I ever become a goddamn bureaucrat, boy. Ever. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you very much for calling up and talking about these subject matters. Now I think it's about time for everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about radio graffiti. That's right, folks. Radio graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you have to do is give me a call right now at 516-453-9903. And when I call on your Skype name or on your area code, you have exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. All right? And don't be a Helen Keller deaf mute. Please say something, ass clowns. Please say something. And if you haven't already done so, folks, please follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. Anyway, do we have any radio graffiti callers, engineer? All right. Well, we've got some radio graffiti callers, and we're going to start radio graffiti right now. All right. Who do we got going on over here? How about 727 radio graffiti? Oh, man, you got some instrumental people trying to show each other up via radio graffiti, man. How about, who else do we got going on? 808 radio graffiti.
Yo, it's Career Capitalist here. Keep me for after the show because I have a very interesting story for a Section 8 house turned crack den. But happy Baller Friday, man!
Hey, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it, and I'll keep you on the line. How about 708 radio graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, it's G. I wanted to say thanks for doing your show, man. It makes me smile every day and makes my day better. Happy Baller Friday, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Hey, I appreciate it, G. Thank you very much for tuning in, man. 337 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, Ghost. This is Soft Magic with the Horse Reich, and I just wanted to say, whenever you do for Lorico, we all know you're just slapping your fat ham bone jelly thighs. You're a crippled motherfucker.
Shut up, you stupid moron. Pivot Idiot Radio Graffiti.
This is True Dick Radio. True Dick Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of boners. Give him cocks or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting live from his three-story dick tower in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
Oh, yeah. I want me some of that.
And now he'll take it from here. Your host, the Peter Popper of Peter Poppers. The man they call
Ghost.
God damn it, I told all of you and I'm warning you, all right? That's my intro. Do you understand that? It's mine. It belongs to me. All right? So if you sons of bitches continue on and messing with my intro, we're going to have some serious goddamn problems, boy. Do you understand that? We're going to have some serious goddamn problems, and I've got 2 words for you. Punitive damages, you scumbags. That's the best intro in radio today. Don't mess with it. 813 Radio Graffiti. some musicians on here doing some battling, boy. I'm telling you, 309 Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. How about 574 Radio Graffiti?
Please rise for the national anthem of the new Republic of Texas.
Shut up, all right? Shut up. That's not funny, and screw those goddamn Rooskies, all right? 952 Radio Graffiti.
Yeah, is that me, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Here we go. Darlene, I know you're listening, and I just want you to know that the last 2.5 weeks I've been with you have been the best 2.5 weeks of my life, and I was wondering if you would marry me. Woo!
Oh, I mean, I wonder if that's for real or if that's a troll, for Christ's sake. That would probably be the first marriage proposal, but of course this is True Capitalist Radio, Radio Graffiti, so who the hell knows, but that'd be funny if it was for real. How about 248 Radio Graffiti?
Ghost, you said your wife can beat me up, but I can grab her hair and hit her against the sink. She's a bitch.
Yeah, I'm sure you
punch.
can, for Christ's sake, Fruit Bowl. Give me a freaking break. Jesus Christ, who do you expect to intimidate with that Fruit Bowl voice, boy? Jesus Christ. Oh, my God, you sound like you're in freaking George Michael's bathroom right now, servicing his glory hole. I mean, good Lord. How about 773 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, Manhood Magic here. Just want to say, loving the show. Keep up the great work. Shout out to all my fellow Chicagoland listeners, and happy Baller Friday. Please keep me on the line.
All right, man. Happy Baller Friday to you as well. 412 Radio Graffiti.
Somebody once told Ghost his fans were gonna troll him. They make him mad, but he doesn't care. He was looking kind of frigid, 'cause sadly he's a midget and has to get round in a wheelchair. Well, the trolls start calling and they won't stop calling. Only Wednesday, now it's time to start calling. He never thought life would ever be this hard, but that's how it is when you're half a tard. So much freak, so much sleep, so much wrong with sailing down 6th Street. But literally everyone knows the engineer's the host of this show. Counselor, you're a ham bone, you're a fruit bowl, fruit up, counselor.
Shut up, you stupid goddamn piece of stupid asshole! Shove it up your ass. If you don't like the show, then shove it up your clogged up poop or shove it up your ass. That asshole sounded like a cuckold connoisseur from where I'm standing, boy. That's what he is, a cuckold connoisseur, that son of a bitch. Jesus Christ, give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic, for Christ's sake. You son of a bitch, don't be harshing my mellow on this damn Baller Friday, boy. Do you understand that? Son of a bitch. 616 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, I have no idea what to do with this Pokemon hentai. Should I have Misty be spanked by Nurse Joy with a Staryu or by Officer...
Jesus Christ, I don't really care. Shut up, all right, Fruity? Jesus Christ. Anyway, we got Baseball Doctor, Radio Graffiti.
Lucifer, the light bearer, the morning star.
Yeah, dude, Satan is good. Satan is my pal. Don't blame Satan. Satan is good. Satan is my pal.
Don't. Jesus Christ, you're trying to make me out to be a freaking Satanist out here. Like I'm going to be celebrating 6/6/16 out here this freaking in June or something. Get out of here. Acid June, Radio Graffiti.
Stupid, stinking suckhole up and get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. Shut up! Just shut your stupid face! Shut up! I'll give you a goddamn digital backhand so hard for Christ's sake it'll leave you with the goddamn digital aid. You stupid broad.
Jesus Christ, can you stop making me sound like some ridiculous 2-bit cartoon? Jesus Christ! I'm sick of that crap already. 732 Radio Graffiti.
Ban all bronies. Ban all bronies. Ban all bronies.
Let's not start that crap again. 971 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, bring me on to the third hour, man. I got another subject for you.
All right, go for it, man. How about Manhandler, Radio Graffiti? Manhandler. Oh, Jesus Christ, you sick, twisted freak! Simply X, Radio Graffiti.
Yo, Ghost, was hoping to get this on during the free format hour, but I got something to apologize to you for.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
So, yesterday I heard that Donald Trump got all the delegates he needed to get locked in for the nomination, and usually I'm more capitalist than this, but I don't know what it is about him, man, but I just got really, really freaked out by the fact that he had the nomination. So I took my rent money for next week, and I donated it to Hillary Clinton's campaign.
Yeah, I'm sure you did, you fruit bowl. All right, you sound really believable with your fruity-ass little voice, too. How about D-Man89, Radio Graffiti? Are you kidding? What are y'all taking turns? Are y'all taking turns? Man, that's the second idiot taking a goddamn turn on Radio Graffiti. I mean, good God. Jesus Christ, man. Ugh. Dark Sword, Radio Graffiti.
I put a hamster in a sock and slammed it against the furniture. The only bones it broke was my dicks. I can't help being mushy because I love pussy. I play with more balls than the Knicks. They call me Michael Vick because after a hot summer's day, I like to come back to my house and break my dog's neck. I get more pussy than animal control. I keep it real hot like the spices in my asshole.
Jeez, where do you find this crap? Where do you sick freaks find this garbage? Benito Ghostini, Radio Graffiti. Remove kebab. I hate kebab. I hate kebab. I hate him. Jesus Christ. Good God. Mr. Sev, Radio Graffiti. Christ, with these goddamn remixes. How many remixes are on the internet related to yours truly, for Christ's sake? Good God! I mean, you people are ruining my goddamn Baller Friday. You're ruining my Baller Friday, you scumbags. Jim Williams, Radio Graffiti.
Stop, Addo. Hadouken!
Jesus Christ.
Are you trying to make me one of those whammies from that 80s freaking game show, you stupid son of a bitch? Jesus Christ. I get no freaking respect. I get no respect, man. I mean, I'm a capitalist. And I deserve the respect accorded that damn title, boy. A real black guy, Radio Graffiti. Bill Cosby, that's right. I'm sitting here with the pill in the pudding. You put the pill in the pudding, and when you put the pill in the pudding, you put the pudding in the hoe's mouth. Jesus Christ, man. Now you're taking that little... I don't even want... I'm not going there, for Christ's sake. I'm not going there. How about 708, Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, it's G again. I wanted to say Happy Memorial Day, and I'm actually making a video on YouTube for my family that have been in war or that are actually in war. And I wanted to say to the soldiers, stay safe out there, man.
Hey, I hear you there, G. I hear you, man. How about Mr. Murdoch, Radio Graffiti?
Whammies from that 80s freaking game show, you stupid son of a bitch. Jesus, I get no freaking respect. I get no respect, man. I mean, I'm a capitalist. And I deserve the respect I courted that damn title, boy. Brace.
I mean, you gotta be kidding. I just said that. I just said that, God damn it, you internet butt stonkerette scumbags. I just said that. I just freaking said that. Good God, man. You troll terrorist. You cyber vermin. God. Jesus Christ, man. You scumbags, man. You sphincter fingering scumbag, dental damn you scumbag. I'm sick of this crap. Damn it, you son of a bitch. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic. Jesus Christ, I'm telling you, do you hear this? You people are ruining my Baller Friday. You're ruining it. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, we're about almost out of time here. We're going to do a post-show edition of the True Capitalist Radio Show in the third hour. And, of course, the only way that you can listen to it is if you're on hold, if you're on the line at 516-453-9903. Folks, follow me on Twitter, folks. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. And, of course, bookmark the official website of the show, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. It's Baller Friday, baby. I'll be back Monday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Anyway, folks, we are now into the third hour, the post-show hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you for tuning in with me. I hope that you're enjoying this Baller Friday edition, this free format edition of the True Capitalist Radio Show, where we try to take your calls and talk about anything that you want to talk about. So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about some things here for the next minute or two, and then I'm going to take your calls. We're going to stick with the traditional radio graffiti format, but if I call on your number on your Skype name, if you want to have a discussion, well, by God, let it be known and make sure that you have some substance, and maybe we'll have a damn discussion, all right? Now, once again, folks, I know that I've been harping on this, no pun intended, for a while now, but once again, we need as many people as we possibly can within the capitalist army and within the Trump train to partake in Operation Barrel Roll. It is definitely going to be the troll of the century because we are going to basically dismantle the Democratic Party through this humongous online troll. And once again, to participate in the Operation Barrel Roll, all you have to do is go out and make social media accounts related to the Bernie Army, and go out and agitate the living bejesus out of the Democratic establishment, out of the Democratic candidates, out of Hillary Rotten Clinton, out of Joe Biden, so that we can make the Democratic establishment so uncomfortable and so disenchanted that they either cancel each other's votes out or they get so disenchanted that they don't even show up to the polls, and it's a landslide win for one Donald Trump, the man who has sparked the capitalist revolution, baby. This is a capitalist revolution, and don't you ever forget it. The capitalists have made the bureaucrats in the GOP bow down. That's right, folks. The capitalists have taken complete and total control of the Republican Party. I guarantee you that the Republican Party, the Republican convention that'll be broadcast this summer will be unlike anything that you've ever seen before in your life. It'll be the signification that the capitalists are in complete and total control of the party, and once we get the White House, the capitalists will be in complete and total control of the country. Mark my words, folks. Mark my words. And that's why I am imploring all of you, please partake in Operation Barrel Roll. I mean, you like the troll, don't you? I mean, I could tell by the Twitter shout-outs. I could tell by the radio graffiti. Well, by God, why don't you troll for a political purpose? Why don't you troll for a political purpose? Help us make the mainstream media. Once we start seeing the Bernie army in the mainstream media, we've won. It's happening. It's happening. Once we start seeing the Bernie army in the media and how we're giving Democratic establishment candidates trouble, how we're basically exposing the hypocrisy within the Democratic Party, the mainstream media will pick up on it, folks. And you're going to be a part of it. You're going to be a part of it because of Operation Barrel Roll. And that's why I'm encouraging you. That's why the capitalist army is calling you to partake in Operation Barrel Roll. Go out there to the social media networks and get yourself an account related to the Bernie army and go out there and give out as much propaganda as you possibly can to disenchant the Democrats so that they be so disenchanted they don't even show up to the goddamn polls, baby, this November. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, folks. The capitalist army wants you. Get off the sidelines and get on the front lines, baby. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Jesus Christ. What is it going to take? What is it going to take for you to start taking this damn political process a little serious, huh? Do a little trolling. Do a little political trolling out here. We're playing games, for Christ's sake. We're playing political games, for Christ's sake. This is troll warfare. It's troll warfare. We're doing it for the lulz, and we're taking our country back, and we're making America great again, for Christ's sake. And you are going to be a part of it. And you are going to be a part of it, for Christ's sake. Don't just sit there like a bump on a log. Do something. Do something. Do something. God damn it. Do something, for Christ's sake. I'm not joking. This is that important of a presidential election. Don't you understand it? Look at all the bureaucrats that are trying to stop Donald Trump. Look at all these career bureaucrats trying to stop him, boy. We can't let them stop him. We can't let them stop him. That's why I'm calling on you, boy. I'm calling on the capitalist army, and I'm calling on those on the Trump train. It's Operation Barrel Roll. If you really care about the Trump train, if you really care about making Donald Trump the president, well, by God, you will participate and make sure that you are a contributing factor in making sure that the Democrats eat each other. Eat each other. I can't wait. I can't wait till we start seeing this mainstream media. And it's going to happen here within days, folks. I'm not joking. I'm not letting you in on the inside baseball on what we're doing over here on the secret operations on the capitalist army side, but I guarantee you, you're going to start hearing about the Bernie army. And let me tell you, if you have a social media account and you are a part of the Bernie army, all of a sudden you're going to get lots of followers once the mainstream media starts taking up on the Bernie army. I guarantee it, boy. And let me tell you, we're going to manipulate the hell out of these dumb Bernie Sanders fans. We're going to puppeteer them, for Christ's sake, and we're going to turn them against the Democratic Party. We're going to make the Democratic Party eat each other, for Christ's sake. Operation Barrel Roll! Operation Barrel Roll! I hope that you hear the passion, for Christ's sake. I hope that you hear the fury, for Christ's sake, because I'm that serious as it relates to this campaign. I'm that serious as it relates to the capitalist revolution. I'm that serious. Are you? Are you that serious, for Christ's sake? Or are you just going to sit there like a bump on a log, just like you did with Barack Obama, sit on your thumbs and watch this idiot get elected and destroy America? My God, it's that goddamn important, boy. Don't you understand it? It's that goddamn important. Jesus Christ. Where's my drink? Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. Oh, man. Here, I got to take a double shot after that, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, I'm going to go ahead and take some calls here for the post-show radio graffiti. And before I do, folks, please spread it around like wildfire that we are live every 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday, all right? All right, I'm serious, man. Spread it around like wildfire. We're trying to spark synapses in the brains of potential capitalists throughout the world. Anyway, let's go ahead. Do we have any radio graffiti calls there, engineer? Anyway, let's go ahead and take some radio graffiti right now. Anyway, here we are, 210 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, can you turn on the wood chip? These idiots are calling you a retard again.
Actually, it's time to turn on the gas chamber. You retarded. Eugenics is a push. Isn't that, you retarded bastard? KKK. KKK. KKK.
Oh, man, that's horrible. That's just horrible what you did to Mass Pony there, man. Leave Mass Pony alone. All right, he's a nice feller. Leave him alone, for Christ's sake, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we've got 808 Radio Graffiti.
Shit. Hold on 1 second, Ghost. Someone just came up real quick here. All right.
Anyway, some just came up. All right, my bad, man. Hey, that sounds like you're in some stuff. My bad. Don't you hate when that happens? You're sitting there, you're waiting for Radio Graffiti, and all of a sudden you're about to get into a damn fight. Anyway, 812 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I've been waiting since the beginning of the show. I wanted to talk about vice presidential candidates. Do you want me to wait, or do you want to keep me on the line?
No, go ahead. What's up? Go ahead. We'll talk about it right now, man.
All right. Well, I was talking to some people earlier, and my choice at the beginning was Ted Cruz, but he got really greedy all of a sudden, and everyone knows how that played out. He fell pretty damn quick. But I've been looking at Jim Webb on the Democratic side. Now, he is a card-carrying Democrat. He has been his entire life, but he was a captain in the Marine Corps in Vietnam. He was the Secretary of the Navy under Reagan, and he was absolutely disgusted by how polarized the left has become. Do you think that Trump picking a card-carrying Democrat would help him by bringing in a lot of the moderates, or do you think it would hurt him by alienating a lot of these stubborn, old-school Republicans?
I think it would hurt him because it won't just isolate him from these old-school Republicans. I think that a lot of the alt-right that you're starting to see, the young right wing that's emerging from this digital culture will also turn against him, because right now the alt-right and the movement that basically is the crux of the Trump movement is against anything that the left has to offer. We've been dealing with the left for the past 8 years. They had a complete dominated Congress and Senate. Now, I'm not trying to say Jim Webb is that kind of an individual, but once again, you're dealing with the mass public, the general election. Not everybody's going to have the time in their day or the attention span for you to explain to them that Jim Webb is, a center Democrat, so to speak. So that's why it's kind of hard to sell that narrative. But I understand why his name has come up. I've also heard some names that I've actually thought were rather pretty good. I mean, General Michael T. Flynn has been his name has been thrown around out there, which I think would be it would be a bad option to have a general as the vice president, especially a general who talked against the Barack Obama's foreign policy of arming and training ISIS and Salafist Islamic terrorists in the Middle East. And let me tell you, Michael T. Flynn has been on record as stating that it was Obama's decision to knowingly arm, train, and fund ISIS. So I think that would also be a decent pick. Although one name that I don't know if it's been going around, I think my governor, Greg Abbott, would be a hell of a goddamn choice for vice president as well. And I think that would, solidify him with the general Republican base that's still disenchanted after this primary. I think it would solidify that base and basically offset any potential social liberal-esque views that are viewed towards Trump. It'll be offset by Greg Abbott's conservatism. Any other suggestions besides Jim Webb, or any other ideas that you come across your head?
As far as vice president, a lot of people have been throwing Christie around, but I think he would be better suited as the attorney general. Vice president's pretty up in the air right now, I guess, but I definitely do agree that it does need to be a little bit more militaristic. And one name I was looking for to run before Trump actually announced he was running was retired Colonel Allen West. I'm not sure how familiar you are with him, but I feel like
I'm very familiar with Allen West. Absolutely, a true patriot, hardcore, staunch conservative. Was talking about, Obama's Muslim leanings way before he started making them blatant to the public. I know exactly who he is, out of Florida.
Right, and I think, I'm not sure at this point if he would be a good pick for vice president, but I think he would be an outstanding pick for Secretary of Defense.
Absolutely, and thank you for calling. I mean, that's a very interesting discourse on the vice presidential candidates. Allen West would be interesting, but he's a definite polarizing figure, and would definitely, have a bunch of people, especially on the Black Lives Matter train, even that much more infuriated, because Allen West is not somebody who is favorable towards the hip-hop generation demographic. On the contrary, he's been a rather harsh critic of the modern-day pop culture and so on and so forth, really staunch conservative. And unfortunately, I think that's what cost him his seat out there in Florida. But once again, I like the talk of Michael T. Flynn that has been recently surfacing. And for you folks that are unaware of Michael T. Flynn, he's done a variety of different interviews with media once he retired or stepped down as the head of the DIA, which is the Defense Intelligence Agency, which is nothing more than the CIA, but strictly for the Pentagon. And this man knows where the bodies are buried. He knows exactly what Obama has done as it relates to his foreign policy. And I believe that, if Donald Trump does choose a Michael T. Flynn as a vice president, I think Michael T. Flynn can go right at the jugular of the current administration and go right at the jugular of Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden if they decided to run. I think this is a very, very good a good sign to suggest, and the media is suggesting, that they are talking to Michael Flynn as it relates to a vice presidential spot. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it would scare the bejesus out of the current administration because, as I stated, Michael Flynn, he was the head of the DIA. I mean, he is the CIA for the Pentagon. This guy knows everything about the military, the intelligence, classified information, classified documents. He knows what he supplied to the administration, and the administration went against his wishes, went against his advisement, went against his assessments, and this is why we are in the current situation they're in. So if Donald Trump is listening, I would strongly encourage him to entertain the Michael T. Flynn, the general Michael T. Flynn possibility as a vice presidential candidate. All right, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who they throw up there now. Michael T. Flynn knows where the bodies are buried, whether it's freaking Obama, whether it's Hillary, whether it's Joe Biden. So I hope there's something serious to that, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, thanks for calling. I appreciate it. 971 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. Happy Baller Friday again, man.
Hey, thanks a lot. Happy Baller Friday.
Hey, first off, I just wanted to give you a sincere thank you for continuing your show. I mean, I was one of those guys who listened to you in early high school years, and I've learned a lot from your show, and it's honestly made me a better person. But anyways, the subject matter I want to talk to you about in this third hour is the homeless. So you mentioned that the homeless is flooding Texas, right?
Well, no, it's in Austin, because Austin has a lot of money floating around out here, and the homeless from all over the country know that. And I guess the homeless network, is basically telling each other, and they're all coming down here from all over the country. I mean, I'd like for somebody to do a damn documentary and talk to these homeless folk, because these are not people born in Austin. These are not people from Austin. These are people coming to Austin because they know people that work in Austin have a lot of money, and all they got to do is accost enough of them. And there's a lot of people walking the streets out here in Austin. You cost enough of them, and enough of them to give you $1. You could make anywhere from $50 to $100 just standing around out here.
Yeah, well, it's flooding like crazy here in Oregon and Portland especially. You're seeing these tents popping up, and, well, here's my shtick, I guess. I wouldn't mind this if they didn't leave their shit laying around when they leave, It just looks awful. It looks like a walrus threw up all over the place. But, when we're talking about the secondhand smoke of marijuana, if it didn't affect us personally, then I could give a crap, but it's just so damn stupid because it cuts into our taxes for city cleanup, etc. But, not to mention the damn bagging that always happens. But I was wondering what kind of action do you think you would take if you had any say in what they do in the cities?
Well, I'll tell you right goddamn now, I would, take the supposed homeless and move them the hell out of civil society, all right? Now, would that entail like an area or a tent city or something of that nature? That's possible. Now, a lot of the reasons why people are homeless is because they're mentally disturbed or they have drug problems or they're alcoholics. So, of course, we have that aspect, and, they basically just need to be cleaned up or so on and so forth, but they need to be just completely moved out of regular society. I do not believe that every homeless person is genuinely homeless. Now, do people fall on hard times and they don't have a place to stay? Sure they do, all right? But I'm telling you, with enough begging and enough money that people get out of they'll give you out of their pockets, you can be able to find yourself enough money to be able to get back on your feet. Not to mention, we've got churches out here that'll help people. You've got the nonprofit food banks all across America, for Christ's sake. You've got all kinds of help from every which way. And like I said, the whole reason that we've got a homeless situation is because these people, they find it rather easier begging or prostituting or burglarizing or doing whatever it takes to fulfill their fix of whatever narcotic, drug, alcohol, whatever it is their drug of choice. And that's the basis of the homeless problem. Not to mention, folks, let's not forget that a lot of the homeless are ex-veterans, too, that have, like I said, they have a lot of problems, it's a lot easier to just kind of live on the street without any worries other than, hey, how am I going to get a drink? How am I going to, get a quick meal? And, what underpass am I going to lay in just to keep myself away from the elements? All right, I'm serious. I'm not kidding around, folks. So this is a serious problem. I think it goes way beyond economics. I think there's substance abuse relating to the homeless people. I think there's mental conditions related to the homeless folks. I do not believe it's just exclusively economic. I don't believe it's just an economic problem, in my opinion. Anyway, I thank you very much for your question and your call, man. Let's keep it going, shall we? 630 Radio Graffiti.
Who the fuck played that splice of me?
I don't know, man. That was horrible. That was just completely horrible, for Christ's sake, man. Why is everybody hating on you there, Masked?
I don't know why, but if this continues, turn on the wood chipper. That's not funny. Even they're making fun of me in the tiny chat.
They're making fun of you in the tiny chat, too?
Yeah, the mod in that chat is a Foxo Loco.
Oh, man. And what, they're calling you names and all kinds of stuff in there, too?
Well, a user on my Skype, Dr. Brisso, told me they're making fun of me.
Oh, man. Can you people stop making fun of Mass Pony, please, all right? All right, stop. Can you tell them, too, Mass Pony? Tell them to buzz off or something, man.
Stop making fun of me, all right? That's not funny. Having disabilities is not funny. I mean, don't you understand if you make fun of a retard in public, you could get in serious trouble or something? That's heartless.
It is heartless, Mass Pony. I'm sorry that you have to take such ridicule just because you're out here on the True Capitalist Radio show and, become a little bit of a character. My apologies. I'm sorry about that. Let's continue going, though. 773 Radio Graffiti. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. How about This is Sparta, Radio Graffiti? What the hell's going on? Was everybody just playing with their Peter Popper? What the hell? 781 Radio Graffiti. God damn it, what did I tell you? Leave my intro alone. Do you understand that, boy? I'm telling you. I'm warning you. I'm warning all of you. You keep up this crap with my intro. I got 2 words for you, all right? Punitive damages. I'm telling you, that's the best intro in radio today. Stop screwing with it. Area code 425, Radio Graffiti. Uh-oh. Penis of wood chipper. Jesus Christ, you son of a bitch. Boot 073, Radio Graffiti.
I'm gonna be celebrating 666 good date is my pal. Good date is my pal.
Jesus Christ, now you're making me sound like a satanic cartoon character now? I mean, good God. Man, I'm telling you, you assholes, you sons of bitches are ruining my Baller Friday. I'm going to be completely frank with you, all right? I'm serious, all right? I mean, this is Memorial Day weekend out here. It should be a good goddamn weekend. We got 40 million families on the road, for Christ's sake, traveling across the country. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's continue going, shall we? I mean, I'm just getting pissed, for Christ's sake. I mean, sometimes I try to take these Radio Graffiti calls, and I just get jaded, man. All right, I'm serious. I mean, I come up here every goddamn day, and give you guys a damn show, for Christ's sake, and this is how you repay me? God damn you sons of bitches. That's all I got to say. God damn you sons of bitches. And let me tell you, I'm going to take a few more Radio Graffiti calls. But let me tell you something. You idiots harsh my mellow again. I'm out of here. You understand that? I'm out. All right? It's Memorial Day weekend, baby. It's Miller time, baby. Miller time. But instead, I'm sitting over here messing around with you jag-offs. Well, you people are sitting over here trying to besmirch my show. You're besmirching my name. You understand? You're besmirching the capitalists, and I really don't appreciate it one goddamn bit. So anyway, let me continue going, for Christ's sake, because I'm telling you, these people, these goddamn people. Area code 682, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. First time caller to the show, just wanted to say happy Baller Friday, and, well, that's all I can say. Just happy Baller Friday.
Hey, no, don't worry about it. I appreciate it. Thank you for calling up, and happy Baller Friday, man. How about area code 708, Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, it's G again. There's these fucking people on Twitter ridiculing me as well. I mean, I feel bad for Max, Tony, and you, because both of you guys are getting this shit, too, and now I'm fucking getting it. This is ridiculous.
But they're giving you crap too, G? I mean, what the hell's going on here?
I know, right?
Oh man, I don't get it. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. Leave these guys alone, you milky lickers. God damn it, leave them alone. We got 732 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I just want to tell you something from before. Mass Pony works for the white man, and I just want to say that, you know, as a Black Lives Matter protester, that we should not be allowing him to even have his opinion said.
So he's a white man, so I shouldn't have him on the line? I should have you on the line instead?
Exactly. We was kings, man.
All right, well, go ahead. You're on the floor. What do you want to discuss, Mr. Black Lives Matter leader? I want to hear your grievances. Go ahead. You got the floor.
Well, first off, I mean, if you look at African culture, we were the kings of everything. We ruled Europe. The Moors, you know who they are? They ruled Europe for hundreds of years. And the fucking white man come along, write the history books and shit, and then they throw Donald Trump up there, and they start preaching all this racist crap. We was kings, man. That's all I got to say.
You as kings? Get the hell out of here, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, that's that whole black Jesus stuff. Now, look, I mean, I don't want to go there, and, you know, believe it or not, that's a lot of, black separatist type. That goes along the same lines as the Mexicans trying to claim the Aztec gods. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the La Raza Unida people trying to claim that these Aztec gods are legitimate deities, and not knowing that these savages in the Aztec, Mayan, and Inca communities would sacrifice virgins and tear out hearts whenever there was a solar eclipse. So, I mean, this is the kind of mentality that these people want to go back to, and it's just completely obnoxious and ridiculous, all right? This is modernity. We're in the age of modernity. It's time for you to start thinking, all right? Anyway, we got area code 205, Radio Graffiti.
Jeff, it's Jack the Necrophiliac. I found your granny and you'll never guess what I did to her.
Oh, Jesus Christ, here's this sick-ass, twisted asshole again. Who the hell else do we got? We got Jesus Christ, Radio Graffiti.
Yeah, Ghost. I actually have a reason for us not to like G. Do you mind if I tell you it?
All right, go ahead.
Well, the only reason we don't like G is because he gets on the show like 6 times each show, and it kind of pisses us off. Us trolls that try to get in at least once, he gets in like 6. That's a bunch of bullshit, if you ask me.
I don't know how he does it. Man. He manipulates the freaking, I think he knows how to manipulate the call thing or something. I'm serious. Not to mention there's like a whole bunch of 708 callers as well.
Can I just propose that that these guys get on at least one time, please? Because, you know, it would help. It would just help a lot, you know?
All right, well, I'm trying, man. I'm trying out here. As a matter of fact, here coming next month, I think we're going to try to make it mid-June or late June. We are going to go 3 hours, all right? 3 hours, for Christ's sake. And we'll make sure that we give about 40 minutes like we used to Radio Graffiti back in the 3-hour time frame. And we'll make sure to get everybody out, all right? I know it's tough, believe me. And not to mention, when I upgrade, they're going to give me about, I think, another 50 to 75 more open lines. So there'll be a lot more people to be able to be in queue and wait for Radio Graffiti, all right? I understand what you're saying. Hey, these guys, they call in like 30 minutes before the goddamn show's even started, man. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that, for Christ's sake, man. These people, they just want to get on. Anyway, we've got Trump Firm, Radio Graffiti.
Are you kidding me? You idiots are actually calling text line and using my voice. I mean, God damn it, man. God damn it, with all these freaking prank calls and you're using my voice. I mean, good God.
God damn it. Stop making me sound like a freaking cartoon, you son of a... Damn it. Son of a bitch. I've had just about enough of this goddamn cartoon troll. Do you understand that? I've had just about enough of it. So enough, that's it, all right? It's over. It's played out. It's done. It's over with. Jesus Christ. Like I said, I've had about enough of this goddamn cartoon troll. Do you understand that, trolls? Do you understand that, cyber vermin? I've had just about enough of it, all right? So knock it off. Cut it out. Knock it off. Cut it out. Knock it off. Cut it out. You have to have everything repeated to you tards, man. You have to have everything repeated to you tards, man. You have to have everything repeated to you tards, man. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking... Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, enough of the goddamn stupid cartoon troll, all right? Enough! Baseball Doctor, Radio Goddamn Graffiti. What the hell was that, for Christ's sake? I mean, good God! I mean, do you see what I gotta put up with, folks? I'm serious, man. Are you listening to this? I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm serious, man. I'm serious. Oh, my God. Area code 403, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost.
Pro Honky here. I got a question for you, man.
Go ahead.
When you say, give me the mic, who are you talking to?
Well, don't worry about who I'm talking to, all right? I'm sitting over here. I got all kinds of crap. I got all kinds of crap all over here, for Christ's sake. All right, and sometimes I lose the mic, all right? Sometimes I throw this goddamn crap around, and sometimes I lose the mic, and I got to look for it, for Christ's sake. So don't worry who I'm talking to. The engineer's right over here. Isn't that right, engineer? See what I'm saying? So don't worry about it. 410 Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, man. Look, enough. I'm not telling you again. I'm not telling you assholes again. 610 Radio Goddamn Graffiti.
Hello, Ghost. This is Moon Man. I want to tell the guy who impersonated me earlier to fuck off. I will lynch you and rape your mom. KKK. KKK. KKK.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Shut up, all right? All right, just shut your stupid, stinking, salmon-smelling hole. 732 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, this is Darlene. I'm calling to accept the marriage proposal that a caller earlier offered me. I'd love to come live with you. I'm a tranny, just so you know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You sound like a tranny that needs to step its game up, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. You sound like a freaking transvestite or a goddamn cross-dresser from where I'm standing, boy. And that's another thing. What's up with these trannies? You know, okay, some of them look like women. How come they can't talk like women? I mean, how come, you know, and they're all over Austin, Texas. You know, there's somebody that looks like a woman, and then once they talk, it's like, hey, yo, how you doing? Hey, yo, you know, I'm a tranny, you know what I mean? I'm a tranny, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm serious, man. What the hell is that crap? I mean, can't you step your tranny game up and talk like a fucking broad? Excuse my French. Can't you talk like a broad? I mean, seriously, how hard is it to talk like some stupid broad? I mean, look, check it out. Check this out.
Hello? How you doing? You see, it's not that hard, motherfuckers, talking all this garbage, saying that you're a tranny and that you know all this stuff, but you don't know anything.
I mean, you understand? It's not that freaking hard, trans testicles. Step your goddamn tranny game up. Anyway, we got Templeton Sanders, Radio Graffiti. No. I mean, what the hell is your infatuation with taking dumps, you sick, twisted freaks? You understand? What's your infatuation with hearing people take dumps? You sick, twisted ass cracks. Anyway, we got Slave Love, Radio Graffiti. I mean, why are you doing this as right? You sick, twisted, internet butt stalker ass, splicing me in mid-show scumbags, man. I'm serious, man. You trans-testicle bathroom turd burglar, sphincter fingering, enema bag cleaning, cuckold connoisseur, used dental dam wearing, pedophile piece probing, chicken skin sack having, stupid chicken eating corn boy trash. Enough! I've had about enough of this crap, boy. I've had just about enough of it, boy. Area code 303, Radio Graffiti.
Of all sadder words of ton or pen, these are the saddest. Paul was right again.
All right, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean, for Christ's sake. Who the hell else do we got going on over here? We got 646 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's the, caller from yesterday. I could be saying a troll right now, but after hearing you force that woman that you captured to talk on your radio, it just makes me sick, man. Why? Why do you kidnap that woman?
Shove it up your ass, all right? That woman you captured. Are you kidding me? All right, shove it up your ass. I'm just telling you, dumb trannies, step your damn games up, for Christ's sake, all right? I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, if you're going to go look like a goddamn woman, why don't you sound like one instead of sound like, hey, yo, I'm a tranny, you know what I mean? I need some makeup, you know what I mean? I'm serious, man. Step your goddamn tranny game up, all right? Jesus Christ. 435, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, let's do a porno remake of Two Girls, One Cup, except it's Two Boys, One Cup.
I don't even understand what you're saying, for Christ's sake, you stupid scumbag. How about A62 Official, Radio Graffiti?
Yeah, Ghost, just don't talk to me about it. Just let me have my coffee about it, just don't talk to me, Yeah, just don't talk to me,
Yeah, just shut up, you stupid moron. Renegade Supreme Dalek, Radio Graffiti.
Be the lowest form of social life in America or throughout the world, for Christ's sake. I mean, they've got centerfolds of buds, for Christ's sake. You understand this, right? Centerfolds of buds. Oh, yeah, dude, look at that. That's Miss July, dude. Oh, dude. Take a look at the crystals on that, dude. Oh, dude.
You son of a... That's it. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. I'm done, for Christ's sake, man. I'm just finished. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of you people besmirching me. I'm sick of you people besmirching my show. And I'm sick of you people treating me like a goddamn cartoon. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I'm jaded, for Christ's sake. I mean, I'm depressed. I mean, I can't believe you people can do this to me on a Baller Friday. I cannot believe you people on the internets can do this to me on a Baller Friday. I just can't believe it. But, of course, I should be able to believe it. I mean, look at you people. Look at you. Ungrateful, for Christ's sake. I come up here every day. Every goddamn day. You ungrateful prick. And I do it too. Damn it. Every day. Every goddamn day. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me the freaking mic. Give me the mic. Give me the freaking mic. Look, I'm not letting you idiots harsh my damn mellow on this Baller Friday anymore, all right? So anyway, folks, let me tell you something, all right? It's a Memorial Day weekend. I hope that everybody has a safe Memorial Day weekend, for Christ's sake, all right? Make sure to drive safely on the roads. Once again, there's an estimated almost 40 million families that are going to be on the roads, folks. So make sure to drive safe, for Christ's sake, and moreover, all right? Follow me on Twitter, folks. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, all right? And we may or may not have a spontaneous Sunday edition of the True Capitalist Radio Show. I don't know, especially after this goddamn Baller Friday. I sure as hell don't goddamn know. But the only way that you're going to find out if I do is either follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And, of course, folks, if you haven't already done so, please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right? It's Baller Friday, baby. Do you understand that? It's Miller time. It's Miller time, baby. I'm not letting you idiots harsh my mellow on this Baller Friday. But before I go, I want to say cheers. I got like a little bit, one more shot left in this glass of Johnny Walker Blue Label. Oh, yeah. I want to say cheers once again to the capitalist army. I want to say cheers to those in the Trump train. And I want to say cheers to those that are partaking in Operation Barrel Roll and going incognito, double agent style, as members of the so-called Bernie army so that you can help make these damn Democrats eat each other. Woo! Cheers to all you folks out there, baby. Cheers. Yeah. Anyway, once again, folks, it is a Memorial Day weekend. I hope that you have a safe Memorial Day. Follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. I may or may not have a show this Sunday. Definitely going to have one this Monday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, every Monday through Friday. So make sure you let everybody know that we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, for Christ's sake, all right? Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. It is a Baller Friday, so I hope that you enjoy it. And if you are enjoying your Baller Friday, folks, I'd love to see pictures of it. As you've seen on the Twitter account, a lot of people are toasting via the Twitter account by showing off what they're consuming, whatever vice they're consuming, while they're basking in their week's success on this Baller Friday. I'd love to see it. Politics Ghost is where you tweet it at, for Christ's sake. Anyway, folks, I'm looking forward to next week to seeing what the damn political theater has in store for us again. Anyway, thank you for tuning in with me, folks. Long live the capitalist army, and death to socialism, death to feminism, death to communism, and death to totalitarianism, boy. I'm out of here for this Baller Friday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I'm out of here, boy. Oh, look, there's Templeton. Hey, tell him bye, Templeton. Hey, there, wait, go tell him. Tell him something. Tell him. You're barking? See, even Templeton's hype. Are you hype, Templeton? See, even he's hype. Anyway, long live the capitalist army, folks. And let me tell you something right now. You've only seen the beginning as it relates to this Bernie army, boy. You've only seen the beginning. Pipe down there, Templeton. You've only seen the beginning, all right? So once again, conduct yourself in Operation Barrel Roll. I'm out of here, boy. Woo!
Getting lost in the music is great, except if you're driving. Nissan's available Intelligent Safety Shield technologies could help you avoid bad drivers. Hurry into your local Nissan store and get great offers during the Safety Today event. Or shop ChooseNissan.com today. Now, back to the music.
Hey, I'm a helpful Southern California Honda dealer. You might know us from our random acts of helpfulness. Recently, we gave a veteran a brand new 50cc scooter to help him get to his appointments at the VA hospital. And we can help you get around too, with a great deal on a reliable, award-winning Honda, like the 2016 Accord LX, a 2016 IIHS top safety pick with a built-in rear-view camera. Click the dealer locator link to find a dealer near you, and go to SoCalHondaDealers.com to suggest a random act of helpfulness for someone you know.